crazy.
Nah, but you were sitting there like menacing, like just like rocking back and forth, like, yeah, this motherfucker.
Honestly, man, I was listening to Vig, bro. Like, that's like my brother for real, yo. You know what I'm saying? It's like I really care about that dude. Like, I knew him for like ever.
Me too, bro.
And
I think we live too, by the way.
All right, that's cool. And just to see, I don't like to just see my people not happy.
All the way there, people.
That's just how I am.
Trust me. What's up, everybody? I'll let y'all pull in. We got a good group of people tonight. Spider, what's up? SolidCast episode 57. We're gonna have a great show tonight. I got a couple bones to pick with the guy to the top right. You know, listen.
I already know I'm in trouble.
I love Mooch to death, bro. Okay, but
here it comes.
Couple chicken wings. I'm gonna throw a couple bones at him right now, and then I'll really, apply some pressure later. But listen, but we got Mooch on the show. Mooch, welcome back. But before you get your little intro on,
yes,
I've been asking this fucking prick.
This is true.
Okay,
I'm not gonna say you're wrong.
Mooch, come on the show. Oh, I'm in New York. He sends me pictures in New York. I'm like,
listen, I try to give him proof, right? Because if
know.
you don't have proof with Italians, it's not going to work out.
See how you know that, bro? I'm like, this motherfucker's lying. Then boom, the pictures come. I'm like, fuck. Then the next one, he's like, oh, bro, I'm at the fucking Olive Garden. It was not Olive Garden.
It was not the Olive Garden. We're not going for breadsticks.
So he's like, I'm out to eat. I'm like, all right, bet. I was like, next week, Mooch, lined it up. The Giants make the playoffs. It's like, come on, bro. Give me a fucking break with this shit. The Giants.
Listen, we haven't been there in 10 years. I said, you got to give me this one, right? But let me say this. So first of all, everything Blaze says is 100% accurate. But I got to say one thing. There is no doubt that if we did one, what is that thing that you kind of suave something and you send it away to find out if you're a relative? This guy's, he's got to be my cousin or something. Like literally my family does the same thing. Hey, you coming over for a drink? And I'm like, it's always Saturday night, like 10 o'clock at night. I'm like, buddy, I got my kids are asleep. Like this and that's going on. I'm like, I can't leave the house. This is Blaze. Blaze hits me up like 25 minutes. He's like, yo, so it's next week. You going to be on the show? I'm like, I can't. I swear. So I'm like, listen.
I do hit him up late. That's on me. I do that. Like anybody that's been on the show, I've always hit him up. Unless it's strictly because I fucking wake up I see his face in the morning. Like I'm with this guy more than my fucking girlfriend. But like, yeah, like I be hitting people up last minute. And to be honest, I don't know if it's out of respect for me, but they usually, all of them, BG getting out of bed for me, like it's or Rev coming, Rev got a bunch of shit going on. He show up, but
yeah.
Mooch, welcome back to the show.
Appreciate it.
I actually started watching. I didn't finish, but I started watching. I know you had a bunch of Red Hood, Big Cloud, and those guys on. I started watching your show a little bit, but break it down to him. If you guys don't know who Mooch is, man, great guy, great show.
Thank you, man.
Everybody knows.
No, I appreciate it, man. We do Crossfire on Friday nights, 7 p.m. Eastern time over at Mooch TV. Same thing over on Twitch. We do the same thing, Mooch TV. Changed it to everything that way. It's easy to find me. You got a great chat too, man. Shout out to the Foster. I see Jedi Johnny's here. These guys are all like, great to see this. Like, you have a great audience. Seriously, you do. Like,
we all share a lot of the same audience. Mooch.
And
that's true. Bigger channel, but we all share audiences. I noticed that.
We gotta share, and we gotta show Mooch some love, man. Because we were just talking about Mooch in the Discord, not in just a bad way, but we were just talking about just random stuff, friendships, relationships, and we're just like, man, like we fucks with Mooch, man. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that, man.
You solid people. There's a lot of messed up people.
A lot.
You know what I'm saying in this world, bro, and like it's not. I ain't trying to make it like a race thing, but
in
like
this community,
how like how like we're treated and stuff like that, man. And hey, man, I can't tell you enough just how much like I appreciate this. You know what I'm saying? Like you just being genuine. You feel me?
That means the world to me, Strict. Honestly, to hear that means the world to me, because in all honesty, it's like life's too short, right? And we do this. This is the whole idea behind getting on these podcasts is that we have gaming in common, right? So that's what brings us here. But then it expands from that. Right. And it's the trials, tribulations, things that are going on in the world, things that are going on in just the gaming community. And that's supposed to be like a positive thing. And that's definitely something, again, we just talked about this off the air, folks. We were just talking about it. That's something I think, again, comes with age, right? Even me. I had things you got to learn as you get older. As you get older, you should be better, period. Yeah. If you see me going the wrong way, you let me know. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. You should be going in the right direction. So thank you very much, Strict. I really appreciate that. Same thing to Blaze, man. And Blaze, thank you for having patience with me, bro. I appreciate that.
No, absolutely, no, bro. Listen, I'm my fault, Strict. I look at you. Listen, like I said, I got no problem giving people flowers. Listen, you're the big dog in the room, right?
Oh, will you stop with that?
So it's all right. You're doing me the favor. That's how I look at it. You're doing me the favor.
You're out of your mind. We are all 100% equal doing this same thing.
Yeah,
I'm asking Blaze. I'm like, Strick, come on the show. Because guess what my show is? It's nothing without the guests, right? It's 100%. Nothing without the audience. That's why it's all about the panel and it's about the audience.
It's interesting, though, Mooch.
You take those away, I might as well open the window and scream out it.
But you know, but that's the mindset I think people have to have in its totality, though. You know what I'm saying? Like the universe is just it's a very big place, bro. You know what I'm saying? And we have specific roles in the universe. And so I just feel like if you focus on your little small piece, it can go a long way. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's not about who's being important, who's being more important, who's better or whatever. It's because they ain't got nothing to do with that. Because regardless, if it takes 10 people to complete a task, it's not getting done with 9 people. Fact. You know what I'm saying? So each one is equally important.
That's it. No show that anybody enjoys watching gets done with one person alone.
It's not happening.
It doesn't happen. I don't care how big the YouTuber is. You want even go as big as that Mr. Beast guy, right? The kids can't get enough of him. Exactly. He's got a team of 80.
Yeah, you do. You got to have a team. You got to have a team. That's a fact.
So it's about every single one. And like you said, Strick, team of 80. If you got 79, it ain't getting done.
It ain't getting done.
You're gonna be missing, and the audience will let you know. Trust me,
it's not getting done. No quarterback throwing for 50 touchdowns without his center, bro. I promise you that.
Unless he Tom Brady or not Tom Brady.
Oh, man.
And he wasn't doing it without his center.
New England love.
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Listen, and you guys know Strictly's been on the show a bunch of times. He kind of took a break. You know what I mean? Strictly gets tired of the bullshit. Just like we all do. But Strictly really eats him. Like he just... Bro, so welcome back, Strictly. Yeah, we don't worry.
Y'all know the vibes, man. Strictly G. Hey, man, I appreciate just the love for my boy Blaze being here, man. And I told him, I wanted to be on here. I had to take a couple of weeks break and nothing crazy, man. Just y'all know me. I like the game. If I'm the type of person, if I don't want to do nothing, I'm just not going to do it because I'm 100 or 0, and I don't want to get nobody 50% or nothing.
But you get dumb questions like that, like you and Strictly good. Like little do they know the whole time we're playing.
Yeah, it's like COD, you know what I'm saying? Oh, and shout out to Blaze, man. He's addicted to Warzone too, by the way. And he's gonna deny it. So I took a screenshot just in case he tries to. And I seen him on Warzone 2 without me. It was like 7 something. It was like 7 a.m. I'm like, this motherfucker really playing Warzone 2 at 7.
Thank you for saying something, Strick. Thank you so much because there's so many times I want a game with Blaze. This dude, I'm not even on my second cup of coffee. And he's posting video from 54 minutes before I even put the creamer in. I mean, I'm like, Blaze, we got to do this, but we got to be late night. We got to do this late night, right? We got to get but after this, I don't care. 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night. Let's get some Warzone going.
So we need, bro. Blaze got a couple. Me, Blaze, Twin Saw, like we all got a couple wins in Warzone, man. We got like 5.
I got one today.
In a day.
I got a dub today on my duos. Absolutely.
Duos are sweaty too, man.
They're hard, bro. It's hard to win Warzone.
Duos is hard.
I think so. My personal opinion, you guys can tell me if I'm wrong. I think quads is the hardest.
Quads is undeniably the hardest.
That's the hardest. You want to know the sweet
very
spot?
Sweaty.
Trios is the sweet spot.
But trios is sweaty though. Like quads is harder because there's 4 people per team.
Yes.
But trios is more sweaty because usually it's easier to find a team of 3 than 4. So trios is super sweaty, bro. Oh my god.
It is. But the reason I think this is how much we all play. I think you guys will agree with me. There's always a chance that one guy's down or he's in the gulag, right? So at any point in time, it could be a 3-on-2, and it's nice. Even if it's a 4-on-3, you can get
you can get off.
You can get mopped.
Oh yeah.
So that 3-on-2, I know everyone's gonna go, but Mooch, if you do the numbers, it's all relative. You can say that, and maybe it's a gut feeling, but 3's the sweet spot. I think 2 is the most fun for me, man, because and you know what? Listen, you tell me if I'm wrong, Strick. You're military, like to have your boy right. You're running through, and where each other are. You play enough, and both sides of that map. Good.
Yeah,
man, you can get nasty.
I think trios is a sweet spot.
Trios is definitely a sweet spot for wins. I think
trios is a sweet spot, but the only problem is it kind of depends on who you play with because honestly, and I don't sit like my lobbies are they're. Like my lobbies be just
your lobbies suck, bro. Fuck your lobby, bro.
Like they
is that because of your your TV?
Dog, you can't compete. Listen, when I play Strictly's lobby, sorry, Strick, but like, oh, you want to play some multiplayer? I'm like, no, not really. He's like, oh, we're just gonna play a little multiplayer. I'm like, all right, and like you go there, you just get your shit pushed in for 10 minutes.
No,
and strictly like, oh, I had a bad match. What'd you do? I went 32 and fucking 6. I'm like, oh, cool. I went 17 and fucking 28.
No, hold up. You gotta tell him about. Hold up. You gotta tell them about the shipment match when you had dropped 66.
Yeah, I got no love with that, man. Oh, yeah, bro. Yo, listen, Mooch. We're quick story, guys. Sorry, we're talking about car. Listen, bro. I'm fucking putting in work, bro. I'm getting kill streaks. I'm like, yeah, bro. I'm fucking at the top of this leaderboard when this shit's on. No matter what happens, I checked that glance. I had 50. I glanced again 60. I'm like, yeah, bro. There's no way. This is my game. I'm getting first place.
Right.
The game ends. I check. I have 66. Strictly has 80 something. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like, yo, in my head, I'm like, this is my game. I'm getting first place, bro. I was so fucking pissed off.
Even when you're up, you're down.
It was so funny because he was quiet the whole match. And then, like, at the end of the match, all you heard him say was fucking Strictly, dog. He's so fucking and I was like, what's wrong? He was like, man, I just played the best fucking card match in my life and I still came in second.
Fucking bullshit, bro. I played my little hardo, bro.
Listen, I love the game, but Strick, you also got some footage out there. And you look like you're pretty, you could be sweaty yourself out there just taking names and just, I don't know, man.
I ain't got no choice.
But
they put me in these lobbies with these fucking Decepticons and Airbenders, man. Like, it's ridiculous, man. Like, it's just something, like, I kid you not, bro. I turn off the game because sometimes it'll be like 5:30 a.m. And I'll get up, can't sleep, but man, let me just hop on car. Ain't nothing else to do. So, and it's literally like, I'm sitting there in the middle of the match at 5:30 a.m. and I'm sweating my ass off. And I'm like, I just turn the game off. I'm like, I'm not fucking sweating. It's 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
That's the problem, though. If you're playing at 5 in the morning, or you have my problem where you're going into like 1 o'clock in the morning from the opposite direction, try to go to sleep again. It ain't happening.
It's not happening, bro.
You're not going to sleep after COD. I'm sorry. I know. So and the audience is probably like, why are you guys talking about it? That's how important this goddamn IP is. People don't realize it. You know what I mean?
Honestly,
everyone's playing this. They say they don't, but they all play it.
But Blaze is nice though. Don't sleep. Like Blaze, you know, dude,
I played some rounds with him. He's the one that actually got me into the third. Now no one's playing it no more. But Blaze got me into the third person view, and I kind of dig it, man.
They took it away for like a month.
I know, and then nobody went back.
Factions, baby. That's it. That's
factions.
Yeah, we're waiting.
Factions is
waiting on that. Listen, guys. Finally, there's a little bit of news. You know, there's a little bit of, you know, there's news for Xbox too. You know, there's positive news for Xbox, you know, depending on how you look at it. But listen, the point I want to make here, guys, before we get into these topics is I just wanted to say, bro, because I was looking at the members of my channel. I'm like, you know, wow, you know, because it fluctuates. You know, some people join, some people leave, some people join. But I told y'all, I don't know if you've seen, I posted on my Discord, I posted on Twitter. The members next week, I'll have a giveaway, and just members, you know, it's not that I don't appreciate everybody else, but I just want to do for the people that take the extra effort to show support and love. Y'all will receive a LED neon light of the actual D-pad that the members have, and it's dope. It has the PlayStation logos on it. It's like a PS Plus logo with the circle, triangle, X square. It's really dope. It's a neon light, USB, nothing crazy, easy to set up. I ordered mine, so I'll let you know when it comes in. But yeah, I just want to give some support back to y'all. You know, I've given away a couple copies of Elden Ring and shit like that, but I just want to give my appreciation to the chat and to the members. But I appreciate that. Strictly, by the way, Dead Space, right? This is your first time playing it. It was so interesting to me to sit there in Discord and watch Strictly play Dead Space. But this is his first time playing it. Like, he's asking me questions like, oh, what's that? Oh, what's this do? And it was, you know what I mean? Like genuinely, that's his first experience. It's crazy. Yeah. I wish I could. I was like, yo, Strictly, if I could switch with you and just play that for the first time, bro, like, you don't understand what you have in front of you. So, man, talk about Dead Space a little bit, bro.
First of all, man, like, one thing, and I told Blaze about this the second, like, we started talking about it, but one thing I liked about Dead Space, there was no beating around the bush, man. Like, they got straight to it. And that's one thing I also, you know, liked about Callisto. And I know it's not about Callisto, but Callisto also did something very similar, you know, but I really like getting straight to the point. But one of the things that you could tell off of RIT with Dead Space is the immersion. they really nailed the music, the feel, the audio, and it's one like how like when you could look at games, you can look at like sports players, and you could just tell some people just got that it factor. You know it when you see it. You know what I'm saying? And like Dead Space is definitely one of them games. It's very atmospheric, again, immersive. Graphically, it looks phenomenal. The lighting is honestly, it looks amazing from a graphical fidelity perspective, but it's not like the greatest game I've ever seen. But the lighting is so good, it makes it graphically look better, if that makes sense, right? So far, man, I think I'm almost done with chapter 2. I got about 7 hours in, going into chapter 3. And I love it so far, man. Again, man, I'm liking the versatility in the combat. Is because and I felt like one of the things they did that I personally enjoy is they get the mixture between survival and having fun in the game, wanting us to use the weapons that they're giving us. You know what I'm saying? So like they're not too strict on the ammo, but they don't give you like unlimited ammo either. You know what I'm saying? So I really appreciate.
So if you don't mind me to interrupt, straight, this is that host in me just coming out. I got to ask a couple questions. So do you feel that Callisto was a little bit more stingy on the ammo than because the way you're describing Dead Space to me, and it's been a minute since I played, and I'm gonna when it gets to be my point, I'll get to some of my Dead Space comments too. But do you feel like that they're a little bit more forgiving in giving you that ammo, the resources? Because let's be honest, the backpack, the stuff in Callisto. I mean, you couldn't carry anything.
Callisto, they gave you a bunch of shit, but you couldn't carry it.
Okay, good point. My point, either way, you didn't have it.
Right.
That's true. He's right. Blaze is right.
And I didn't finish Callisto. I do got to go back and play it, but
that end boss in Callisto, I got to be honest with you. You want to talk about getting raging? I don't want to be anywhere near Strictly when he has to deal with that son of a bitch. That's legitimately one of the worst bosses at the end. But I'm biased on that. But no, go ahead. I apologize.
You're good, man. It's just, man, like stuff like that deters me from playing it, because it's not that I don't like a challenge, but I don't like.
Right.
I hate cheesy shit. I do not like cheesy stuff, bro. I hate cheesy stuff because it's like you had the option to not do this and you chose to do it. Why though? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just not the best thing to do to me in regards to game design. But yeah, man, with Dead Space, again, I don't think that they want you to enjoy the experience. You know what I'm saying? And so again, they give you like, they don't give you like unlimited ammo, but they're giving you ammo to where you could use it and not have to worry about not having any ammo left after your
and you've realized now, Strictly, when you see it, when you kill an enemy and you stomp on them, they're gonna provide you with an additional item, whether that's ammo, credits, every time. You just know that, and it just in the back of your head, it's good that you know that, like, yo, if I kill this guy, damn, I'm out of ammo, but you know what? Let me stomp on this fucking dude's head right now. I might get something back.
And for people who are playing Dead Space, that if you pre-ordered the deluxe edition, I don't even know if they tell you this, but if you pre-ordered the deluxe edition, you have like 5 to 6 different different cosmetic suits. But in order to see it and change it, you have to go to, there's like little stores around whenever you're walking around the the game, and you have to go to inventory, and it's in inventory. You hit X and then you hit equip, and then he's gonna go into this little incubator looking thing, and then he's gonna put the suit on and come out, whatever. So but yeah, man, so far I'm loving it. I can't wait to play more. I'm definitely playing after this podcast, and it's hard to put that game down. And hey, shout out to the chat because I didn't say it. Shout out to the chat, man. Dope people in here. I see all y'all, man. Happy Friday, everyone, or happy Saturday. I'm sorry.
Saturday.
Yeah, man. Y'all already know the vibes be on, but yeah, Dead Space on point. I'm loving that shit.
Good to hear, because Callisto had me worried. I'm like, yo, I don't know, Strictly. I don't know if you're gonna like it, because if you're not liking, it's not. I don't think that Strictly dislikes Callisto. I think it was just a bad PC port that he paid money for. Now he had now he has to refund. Now he has to think, do I want it on PS5? Oh, it's not up to par on PS5. And that gets me to Mooch, and Mooch is asking me in the morning, oh, Blaze, I got a 2080 Ti. Should I get this on PC or PS5? Like, bro, your 2080 Ti dog walks the PS5. Don't listen to these idiots on Twitter that say the 2080 Ti is an obsolete card. They think, you know what a 2080 Ti is? You know what I mean? Like, they just like a 2080 Ti is a 3070. I was gonna say,
I know how it compares to the 30 series, but I mean, but Blaze, for real quick, Blaze, what are you rocking in your rig right now?
Right now, I got a 30. Right now is a 3090. That won't.
You got a 3090, and Strick's got a 4090.
4090.
So I'm 2 generations back, clearly. I'm sitting here and I see Blaze's shots this morning, and I wrote him. I don't care. Listen, I could have DM'd him. I'll take the embarrassment. I'm like, where are you playing this, bro? Like, and he goes, you have to ask me that. Like, from the pictures, it's as clear as day where he's playing.
I'm gonna keep it all the way a beam, man. And I know I gotta say this, bro. Like, I'm sorry, like if playing some of these games on PC is different. And I'm not trying to make it, like y'all know I love me my PlayStation.
They're sick of the PC, dog. These guys are sick of this PC.
Listen to me, dog. Listen to me. Like, playing Dead Space in ultra wide in 1440p. I could do it in 4K if I want on my OLED, but I got a QD
OLED ultra wide.
Yeah, so it's like it's when I'm like, damn, bro, I'm really playing this stuff in like 170, 200 frames per second, 1440p. You know, so when I'm playing the game, and this is coming from someone, and we all started, the NES days, the Atari, SNES. So for me, man, there's just an appreciation for it. And I'm looking and I'm like, holy shit, bro. Like, we used to play Zombies Ate My Neighbors, and we'd be talking about pixels. Like, look at what we're playing now. So the fact that I'm playing this shit at 200 frames per second, 1440p on ultra wide, people wilding when they say PC is overrated.
Listen, I'm telling you, Mooch, and we'll get to your points of Dead Space, but that 2080 Ti, if it can't max it out, I'll be shocked. You'll still listen. I guarantee you'll be either close to maxing it out, or you'll have to fucking lower some fucking bullshit setting like shadows where you won't even fucking.
You don't even. The game is so dark too.
Gian,
you're not gonna notice shadows. I shouldn't say that. Someone will say they notice shadows. I wouldn't notice shadows. But I want to say this though. So real quick, I know one. I don't know, Strict. I can't. I don't think I recall you saying it on Twitter.
What?
But I think Blaze has the. You have the Steam Deck.
Yeah.
Oh, Blaze does. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I do.
So can someone tell me this does interest me? So after the show, I have not played the remake of Dead Space yet, right? So I've been playing a lot of Warzone. I know. I'm gonna get it.
Don't feel bad because it's hard, bro. Warzone 2 is one of the most addictive games.
I'm playing that game like crazy, and I'm playing the other game I'm playing, and I got a review code, so I got to do my due diligence, right? So I'm playing Forespoken, and we'll get to that. Blaze has that on his.
Maron.
He's got it. I know. Take it easy, everybody. Don't throw your garlic bread at me. Listen, I get root for you. There's a lot to say about Forespoken. It's not as easy as just it's great or it sucks. There is a lot in between, but. As everyone says, I'll keep it a buck. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm not going to tell someone you got to run out and get it. We'll get to it when we get that. But I want to get Dead Space more on the PC because I would like to be able to play it on the Steam Deck. Blaze, have you tried it on the deck yet?
Listen, if to be honestly, I've downloaded it on the deck, but I'm telling you right now, from people are literally messaging me. Shout out to Prisoner in the chat. He's like, Blaze, make a video on Dead Space running on a Steam Deck because it runs flawlessly. And I was like, wow.
That's what I need to hear.
So
shout out to EA.
Yeah, and shout out to EA. Some of these games are not even properly optimized for the Steam Deck, but they just work. Like Need for Speed Unbound, like it shows that it's not ready to run, but it still runs and it runs perfectly.
Can I say this real quick though?
Go ahead.
Shout out to EA, man.
EA's on top,
even though they've been fucking up, bro. But their last two titles, Need for Speed Unbound and Dead Space, both of them have released better than any third-party game we've had this year. Period.
That's a fact.
No, EA stepped up since that. They've gotten they got for like 7 years, right?
Yeah.
It takes a while to turn the ship around, but they did it. They did it. So shout out to EA. A lot of people have been praising EA actually this entire week. And
look, and we actually you can catch us on a podcast talking about this same topic when we were talking about how EA could take over. Because we talking about what comes out in March.
Star Wars.
Jedi Survivor.
Survivor.
EA. They got Black Panther and they got an Iron Man game.
Bro, that Star Wars is going to be another hit and it's going to do well. I already know. And listen, you know what I mean? You can turn the ship around. Just look at Capcom. Capcom was Capcom was being looked at as the next, like Ubisoft is being looked at right now. Like Capcom was in big trouble. They leaned on some remakes and they exploded. The thing I'm going to say though, to stay on topic, Dead Space, let me just tell you something about that. Dead Space is, first of all, my top 10 games of all time. Number one. Number two, I've never seen a game that gets darkness correctly. When the lights are off in that game, bro, you fucking feel it. The lights go off, like you rely on your fucking flashlight. You feel like, oh my God, it is pitch black. Yo, everything about it, like Strictly said, the lighting is the most impressive. The lighting makes everything seem like it's 10 times more realistic than it is, bro. It's incredible what they've achieved here. And like, I see a lot of people saying, is this a remake or a remaster? Because a remaster, it should be a remaster because nothing has changed. The guns feel exactly the same, which they do. The mechanics feel exactly the same, which they do. But bro, that visual, like, please take the time to go look at Dead Space 1 right now. Maxed out on a PC, bro. It looks horrible.
And game development. They don't understand game development. A remaster is way more easier than remaking because you have to create those assets almost basically from scratch.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Why are people giving credit? And there's a few people in the chat. Shout out to the chat. By the way, All Day's here too. Great to see All Day, and the great Jimmy Harrison's here as well. But I want to say this real quick. People are saying Callisto looked better than this remake.
Callisto did look better than the remake. But
so you agree?
Yeah, Callisto did look better than the remake.
You think Callisto looks better than Dead Space remake?
Yeah,
listen.
Okay. All right.
Callisto Protocol is running Unreal Engine 4, and it's a cross-gen game. And like, listen, we just got to give them the flower. Like, this shit looks good, bro. Callisto, there was points in Callisto Protocol. I'm like, yo, this looks photorealistic. Like when dude has the visor on, like I'm like, this shit looks like I'm looking at a fucking real person, bro. Like Callisto Protocol has those moments. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And you know, they nailed it. That's Unreal Engine 4, bro. That's not even 5, bro. That's what's crazy. That's a cross-gen game. But listen, Dead Space. I don't want to forget this because I'm drinking here. But Dead Space is incredible. It's not just they updated the visuals, right, bro? There's certain sections that they put in that 0G. Before everything was in Dead Space 1, the original 2008, was separated by chapters. You would beat something, chapter 1. You'd beat something, chapter 2. Loading screen, chapter 3. Yes. This shit is all fucking connected.
It's just fluent.
You're gonna end up you're gonna traverse and backtrack and be like, wow, we were already here. This door leads to that. When you open up this door and you're like, oh shit, this is the fucking train station. This shit is all interconnected. It's almost like a Dark Souls level. The level design is fucking perfection, bro.
And one of the things too, man, is excuse me, but I don't know what everybody else does, but I read like all of the, I listen to all the audio logs. And so, man, there's always like lore and stuff involved because like there'll be a text file, like a text log, and it's an email between like a doctor or something, and it'll say something like, oh, I'm going to this room on this floor to check something. And it's cool because then when you go up there, like they already did in the corner, and then you take the stuff that you read that they had in the little, in the little text file. Right. So like I do stuff, I like that immersion to it. And yeah, man, Dead Space, man, again, like
facts. You were reading a file you found.
The file. And he was, and that was and Blaze brought it up because he was talking about you read those? And I'm like, yeah, man, because I remember the first one on Dead Space when they was talking about the planet cracker and how they go around mining materials from different planets, and stuff like that. I read all of that. And another thing that Blaze touched on was you can, like, when you go to the little circuits and you switch and you can have the lights on, but it's going to be more difficult, or maybe a more difficult way to get there. But if you turn the lights off, it'll be an easier way, but you got the lights off and you only got your flashlight. And it's crazy how atmospheric it is because you literally can't see nothing unless you use your flashlight. It's pitch black. So it's almost like a movie. You know what I'm saying? And you really feel it because with the 3D audio, you hear stuff, around you. You're like, I don't even want to move for real. So
yeah. No, it's funny you say the lore. I'm glad you said that, Strick. That's something that I'm really into. And I think that later on in the show, as we talk more about a couple other games, you'll see where my interest peaked. But real quick, the thing about Callisto, and you do have to kind of make the reference. I mean, they're eerily similar, and one was encouraged to be made because of Dead Space. So it's a tribute. It's nothing. It's not a bad comparison. It's a tribute.
Yeah.
The problem I have with Callisto's lore, and I listened to all the audio logs, everything you could pick up. I read it. I listened to it. The story wasn't that deep in Callisto. You know what I mean? It kind of just, even the audio logs were just like the same. It was almost like Strick. Listen, here's a script. Blaze. Here's a script. Mooch, here's a script. And then we're three different people that people would pick up the audio logs, and we're almost reading the same damn script. You know what I mean? It wasn't enough. I loved what they did with the character models. They looked amazing, right? I thought the action was good. Someone in the chat, I can't remember who I was just writing to a second ago, but like, do you think we'll see a Callisto too? I said, I hope so, but I hope they throw more money and resources at it. And what I mean by resources is people who can, more writers, make more writers and throw some more money at it so they can make the game a little bit more, there's a little bit of a deeper lore to it. You know what I mean? That was my only thing with Callisto. That's where I think Dead Space kind of shines. And
look, man, as a gamer, bro, I think one of the most important things for us gamers is what we do, man. In games, we have to feel like it matters.
Right.
Like, don't just put some stuff in there just to do it and make like it's not impactful.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the things about Dead Space that I felt immediately that I didn't feel in Callisto, even though they both started off like similar. But it's like Dead Space, you kind of felt like the impact, you felt the significance of like what was going on.
Yes.
But Callisto, you really didn't. You was just like, damn, this look good. It's on the third, but you ain't really cared too much about the story. But Dead Space, you know what I'm saying? As soon as you leave that shit, you're like, oh shit, I'm like I really want to get to it. You know what I'm saying? So
yes,
yeah, man. I agree with that.
First of all, Mooch, you got to review. Yeah, you got to play it, Mooch. I know you got different obligations. Trust me, I get it.
No. But listen, I'm playing it this weekend. I do, Blaze. I'm going to ask you because here we are. We have
you got a day left, brother. Weekend's almost done. I mean,
this is true. I don't have a lot of time left, but I tell you, man, that weekend clock flies. I don't know who.
It does. Right? Oh my god, bro, I hate it.
Somehow the hourglass of sand falls a little faster on the weekend. But I'm seeing right here, Blaze, because we can see a great setup that you have there. There's a curved screen in front of you. Is that your gaming screen that you would play PC games on?
This is a QD OLED, right? It's an Alienware. Samsung makes the panel, but it's an Alienware, right?
Yep.
That's how things go.
Absolutely.
Sony OLEDs.
Yeah.
LG makes them and shit, whatever. But
Parts are subbed out. Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, I can't go back. Like this.
Okay, so you are gaming on that. The screen we're seeing is what you game on.
Yeah, I got a LG OLED right there. If I want to do that and do the big screen at 4K, I can do that. And I got a 4K monitor above me too. But the QD OLED ultra wide, 1000 nits HDR.
And if I'm being honest, you don't even see a difference for real between 1440p and 4K.
Not 2 inches away from the screen.
Yeah, not 2 inches. You really don't, man. And honestly, this is what I failed to realize. The ultra wide really makes up for that little small detail in from 4K to 1440p.
Bro, Mooch,
but
this is the monitor.
What is it? A 30? Is it a 33, a 32, a 34 ultra? 34 ultra. So, and I was just looking it up. I don't remember. I have the Asus. Pardon me for saying it wrong. PQ 27U. You know which one I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I have it. It's right
4K.
there.
It's right. So it's a 4K monitor, right?
Beautiful monitor. That's the top of the line monitor at the time.
It is, but it doesn't have 2.1 HDMI. No. Just for if you wanted to connect it to a console, that's not happening. I mean, you can, but you're gonna end up dealing with 1080p 120 if that's where you want to play, multiplayer. And I don't have
4K 60 though.
You can do 4K 60 here without a problem. And if it's PC gaming, you can do
they're using DisplayPort on PC, so it don't matter.
Right. So I can do anything here. I can do 4K 60 easy. I could do if the PC can handle it, which you can't. I could do 4K.
Okay. Bro, you got a 2080 Ti, Mooch.
Well, I can't do 4K over 60. How much more over 60 can I get with this? It's the CPU that's going to bind me. I'm still rocking an 8700K.
That's still a decent.
It's
CPU.
A decent one for gaming, but as the years progress, I don't know. So I got to get a new rig. That's so I got to buy Dead Space and a new rig.
You need a new graphics card, maybe, and a CPU.
Well, if you do that, then I in order for me to upgrade my CPU, you guys both know this too. I got to get a new motherboard. This motherboard ain't gonna hold that. I can tell you right now.
It's never ending, bro.
It's just time for it's about time for you.
You're never ending. And you know what's gonna happen, Strick? Get ready for this, Strick. You know what they're gonna do to me? The minute I tell the internet I got a 4090, you know what they're gonna say to me? Man, you should have waited for the 50.
Yeah, of course.
Oh no. You're gonna get attacked by PlayStation Nation for sure.
Well, they know I got this. This was a thing back in the day.
Mooch is PlayStation Nation. What do you mean? He is PlayStation Nation.
Yeah, I'm deemed.
Yeah, but even but they're still, bro. Hey, you know how PlayStation Nation do, bro. You know what I'm saying,
bro? Listen, PlayStation fans. As you can see to my fucking right, there's more PlayStation fucking lights and fucking the fucking.
I gotta be honest with you. When I think of the PlayStation logo, I think of like Blaze. Is there something wrong with me for that? I mean,
you see that blue logo right there? Listen,
oozes PlayStation.
Can I just say something about this blue
legitimately
logo? This blue logo, I've looked on eBay, I've searched it. Sony put this up on their website one time, Mooch, and it was like $350. I can't find a single soul. I've even asked people like, yo, has anybody got this light on Twitter? It's official product from
Blaze. You probably don't remember, man, but the day you posted that and you told the story on Twitter, I wrote you that day. It was one of the first times we kind of started hanging out and going back and forth. And you told me how it's like limited edition. You're like, you're not gonna be, like, try it. You can try to get it here, but I doubt you're gonna find it. I couldn't find it.
Bro, I don't know. Like, damn, I'm like, yo, because if this shit ever breaks, like, this shit is. Anyway, the point is, listen. What I'm trying to say, PlayStation guys, I'm a PlayStation guy. Like, you guys can't accept that we want to play games, bro.
Cup holders.
That's right.
Bro,
right? Showed off.
Cup holders.
Bro, listen. You know who you're talking to. The guy underneath me was the big. Listen. I did a lot of deep throwing for PlayStation, but the guy underneath me, he was right there, bro. He was stroke for stroke. Like, what are y'all talking about? Y'all want us, you PlayStation guys, listen, bro. We love PlayStation. We love it, but we're not playing a third-party game just because it has a fucking trophy on PlayStation when we can play it better maxed out. Like, y'all,
these people gotta stop. They gotta stop fronting for fucking like Forespoken. Let's just keep it a beam.
Yeah, let's get into it.
They gotta stop this right here, bro.
We gotta stop.
They gotta stop this, because remember when Halo came out and they was like, in PlayStation Nation, they was clowning Xbox fans because they was like, oh, you bought an Xbox Series X to play Halo and it don't even look that good. And Xbox fans were like, yeah, but we don't even care about graphical fidelity that much. And they clowned them. Here we are with Forespoken. You know what I'm saying? And it don't look like a current gen game. And it's a PlayStation 5 only title, by the way. You know what I'm saying? So it's not cross gen, and it doesn't look that good. But these same people were saying, oh, well, it looks okay. I don't really care too much about the graphical fidelity. Oh, how the tides have turned. You know what I'm saying? And this is the thing. I didn't get it simply off of the performance, and the open world looks empty. I was watching, shout out to J-Main, because I was watching J-Main play, and I'm like, yo, this dialogue is terrible. Like, the way their mouth moves when they're talking, there's no real emotion in their facial structures when they're talking. You know what I'm saying? The grass not moving. It's just like, yo, like, what the fuck? Like, is there any soul put into this game? So yeah, when I tell people like a game doesn't interest me, that's why, because I can tell when they don't put the soul into the game. Like, that with PlayStation titles, you can tell.
They talk about quality. They want to talk about quality, PlayStation quality, but then y'all on Twitter saying Forespoken is not a bad. Like, Jay Barry, I love you to death, brother, but I don't know what the fuck is in your cereal in the morning, bro. I don't know what type of shit you put in your orange juice, bro. But you gotta stop. Like, listen, enjoy what you enjoy. I'm not telling you that. If you enjoy the game, enjoy it, bro. But you can't get mad at you like, oh, people's opinions are weird, bro. No, they're not. The game is just a mid game. I've been calling it trash because I've been being a little rough because it's so easy to ruffle people's feathers nowadays. But if it's a mid game, it is what it is. If you think it's great, bro, more power to you, bro. But this shit, like, bro, this ain't like, yo, wow, they got circle accents. Come on, bro.
But it's not even the fact that we're being mean or nothing. We got to stop doing that, because when these developers, when they asking for a 70 and we don't get it back, they're not saying sorry. So fuck not. You know what I'm saying? If the game ain't hitting the way it's supposed to hit because you hyped it up or you advertised it as something and in the final product doesn't meet that same standard that you set, then yeah, we're gonna have a problem. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if Ella Belinsky or somebody at Square Enix took some of them particles out of Forespoken and sprinkled it in a coffee or something, but I need them to get it together, bro.
Mooch, you know what I'm saying? This game is not marketed by PlayStation, Mooch,
right?
Would you see this shielding or the deflecting that you're seeing? All right, be real to. Come on, Mooch.
Well, no, I will, but there's two different aspects to looking at what we're discussing here. So when you say like people were hard on Halo, for example, Halo is a franchise title for Xbox, and it's legitimately 6 years to make, right? And it came out in that state. That's not excusable. I said that. I've been saying that since day one.
That's a fact.
Now, when it comes to this game here, first of all, I've only played 6 hours of it. So let's also put things in perspective. I would say this much. I actually thought, from what I read about, what I saw, I went into this thinking this is going to be the worst game I've played probably in the last 6 years. I was like, this is going to be a bad game. I think when you go into something so bad, and I'll tell you why. And I think I can get Strick to come around and agree with me with one thing here. The worst thing that they could have done, that they did do, was put that demo out.
I said
that demo was the nail in the coffin.
100%.
I played the demo, and I even said, what is this? First of all, they drop you in the middle of, you don't know what the hell fairy tale you just entered. You don't understand the powers. You don't know what the enemies now, when I've played at least 6 hours of it, it introduces you to why these ridiculous looking things are after you. You don't know. But they do that, and then they have the guts to actually update the demo, right? Why would you update a demo? Why would you put out something that would need even an update? Then part 2. Let's talk about everything from the beginning to where we are right now. Part 2. Mm-hmm. They don't hand out review codes till the day the game comes out to the big boys, right? Okay. So now, instead of having the game come out, and let's see if people enjoy the game, maybe they'll find the kindness in their heart to say, hey, the lore isn't bad, right? Yeah. It's got an RPG element to it. You know, everyone's excited about Hogwarts. This is not Hogwarts by no means, but it's got the magic. It's got that that fantasy, right? It's got all these elements. Yeah. So hear me out. They don't give out the damn review codes. So what happens? Okay, let me tell you what happens. 4 days of bad press.
Straight up.
4 days of awful to God bad press over and over again. Everybody at this point has already tossed this game aside. They should have given those guys the codes. And I got news for you. Let's talk this. You guys, we were talking numbers before the show. Hear me out. If they actually gave the codes out like they normally do, week or two before, it's sitting at a 68. That's after all these people said how bad it was before they got the code.
Facts.
It's sitting at a 68. Listen, I don't care who you are. This sounds like Blaze. This is more like Blaze talk than me. I don't care who you are, but you can't go on and make 7 videos about how bad a game is. Then you kind of liked it and step back the whole 4 or 5 days you just made a video every day. So now my point to you guys was this. If they handed them out and they had the goodwill of doing what you should have done and didn't do the demo, I'll tell you right now, this game's sitting somewhere between a 75 and an 80.
You think so?
I'm telling you so. And I'm strict. I'm not being funny. And I'm not trying to be. I'm just telling you. The bad press. If the three of us had a 2 million subscriber YouTube channel and we go on live every day and we do video game news and we talk about how we didn't get review codes. We've gotten review codes for everything, the good, the bad, the ugly. And you don't give us one. We're going to start talking about how we think this game is broken, how this game sucks, how this game can't hold up. And then are we supposed to be like this, like forgiving thing on Monday, Tuesday and be like, you know what? This thing wasn't 92. You know? So they fucked themselves. They screwed themselves.
They did.
So that's before, right? So that's even before we get to the game. And I think they screwed themselves over. The game itself, and I've said this, I've only played 6 hours, but I would say, and it sucks. I'm going to have a review out next week. Hey, you got to do your due diligence. You can't say you're going to, hey, can I have a review code? And then just run into the woods.
No, you got it. You got to
do it. So I'm going to do it. I'm probably not going to get to the end of it. It's like 40 hours. If I actually finish the game with my schedule, like, come on, Forespoken 2 will come out. And I'm like, Mooch just reviewed Forespoken 1. So my point is this. I would not tell anybody at this stage of the game. I don't think this is a go buy. It's not. This is definitely a wait for a sale or mooch it. That's what I do on my show. You know what I mean? Is it buy, rent, or mooch? And I would say wait for a sale on this. But there are elements to it that are pretty damn fun. And listen, I used to joke about it all the time. We say we're going to get into it too with Hi-Fi Rush.
I think it's going to premium, by the way, within a year.
Again?
I think it's going to PlayStation Premium within a year.
I agree.
Oh, Maybe even less than a year.
Within 6 months, it's probably gonna be 6 months.
Maybe way less than a year.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be 6.
So yeah, no. And if you don't like it, the one thing you're not gonna get from me on this show or my show or any show, I'm not gonna tell you you're wrong. I'm just not. But I will tell you, I'm not gonna do that. but I will say this much. Let's just say for a minute, right? Now, there's people out there that are waiting for Hogwarts, right? They're waiting for Hogwarts to come out. Absolutely, hands in the air, people, right? Yes, but they're not Dead Space fans. And they really haven't played anything since, let's say, on the PlayStation side, maybe God of War. And on the Xbox side, let's not talk about it. So maybe they want to get a game, right? So this game isn't that bad if you want to pick up a game and actually have a game that has decent lore. It's got RPG elements. It's got that magic thing to it. It's got a huge world to explore. I don't know about you, but I'm a collectible lunatic. That's a problem I got. I say it on all my streams that I do on Twitch. I got a problem with that, Strict. Okay, I'll go all the way back to get something that I don't even need because there's still a chest I didn't open.
I'm the same, and it really, oh my God, bro, I'm the same way. It's so bad, bro.
You know, so my whole point with the thing is this. I would say this much. I would say that I think that the world is decent. The music's decent. The game itself is not broken. Like, there's nothing when I'm playing it that it locks up, freezes, throws me back, destroys my saves. You know, it's not broken. Yeah. But that's also, like you said, let's keep it a buck, Strict, right? Is this the next coming of you know what? No, it's not. But I can see where some people are digging it. So I guess it is values in the eye of the beholder.
I get what you're getting at. So it's a if there's a dry period in gaming and you don't have that much to play, pick up Forespoken.
I would say you would pick this up. And I got news for you. When this thing hits $30, $40 on PSN on the store, people are going to pick it up.
Got you.
You know, and I think they'll give it a shot. Maybe so, Strict, I'll even use you as an example because, Strict, right now, you would be the best. You don't want nothing to do with this.
I don't.
Now, all of a sudden, it's June 18th. Oh, no, it's a bad example because we do have Final Fantasy. Let's say after you beat Final Fantasy 16, you're done with that.
Yeah.
We don't know anything that's coming out till probably September. You got a month and a half. You just want the flavor of a new game. You might pick it up. I'm not saying you will.
Hey, what your boys have a Wolf of Wall Street?
that right there is all I can ask. That's all I can, because listen, and this is any game. We'll talk about a couple other games that I feel the same way about. So it's not necessarily, that's Mooch. The difference here.
Mooch, hold on though.
Go ahead, ask away. Honestly, please ask away.
This game. Listen, man. This game the developers don't even know what the fuck this game wants to be.
Thank Nate. What up?
They don't even know. Like, if I Mooch, you just explained for 10 minutes, and I still don't know what fucking type of a game I'm about to play. The balls on these developers and listen, I give them credit. The balls on the developers to drop a demo. When I heard there was a demo for Forespoken, I said, "Holy shit!" The balls on these developers, bro. They really think they got something, bro. Yeah. I knew. Listen, I don't give a fuck. I called trash from the fucking beginning. The fucking moment I was strictly like, "Oh, Forespoken," I said, "Bro, trash. Trust me, trash." And I was giving it fear. I was like 71, 72. I was being generous. That shit's. Listen, not even 10 J-dubs can save that game. Like, there's nothing. There's no perceptions. Y'all can tweet all you. That game is a flop. That's it. The game is fucking, bro. The game doesn't look good.
So you want to hear something?
The voice acting is abysmal, bro.
Yeah. The voice acting. So wait, are you talking about the voice acting, or are you talking about the writing, the dialogue?
I don't know.
Honestly, both are probably bad. Like,
the actors aren't awful. No, the writing is where I think you're critiquing. I think the actors did a good job.
I think it's the writing, and I think it's dialogue, like how their facial expressions, how their mouths are reacting to when they're actually talking.
That is not good. There's no way around it. I'm not going to sugarcoat it at all. But the one thing that Blaze said, and it's funny, and again, guys, I'm 6 hours in, so don't take this as a review. But it's interesting because Blaze made a good point. He goes, "What is this game about?" They did a really bad job of explaining what the hell this game is about. And let me tell you, if you think playing the demo is going to help you out, I guarantee you're 10 times more confused after the demo than honestly listening to the next 3 sentences, I might say. So, of course, you're right. So your character's in New York City, this and that.
Death Spoken is the name of the game now.
What is
Not
it?
Death Stranding, Death Spoken. Because you know, Death Stranding, we didn't know what it was about leading up to the game. It was like, yo, what the hell is this shit about?
I don't think they did a good job of explaining it. I will say this much, so it's kind of funny. So for anyone that cares, and I'll keep it short, please, because we're not gonna do a Forespoken.
No, man. Listen, Mooch. I want you to articulate what the fuck type of game this is.
Okay.
I bet you can.
Well, it's not going to be easy, and I would like an award afterwards.
I will. I'll give you a fucking award.
Yeah. I'm going to need one. So I will say this much: I'm going to give you guys references to movies, situations, games, so I can at least put things in perspective. So again, you're an individual. You're this girl. You're in New York. She gets in trouble, but she gets like a break, and she's actually, you could tell, no matter what, even from the beginning when she's getting in trouble, this is a person that deep down inside has a good heart, right? So she gets like a second chance with the judge and this, that. She takes care of stuff. She just wants to get out of the city because she's always wrapped up in just getting in trouble. Okay, whatever. She's just like, it's one of these movies, right? And I'm gonna give you a movie in a second. She finds the cuff that she wears, whatever. Like it kind of shines in a window when she looks up. She goes over to see it. She puts it on. Bam! All of a sudden, she enters this other world. When she goes to this other world, of course, it's like this, medieval. It happens to be actually another dimension, right? Now, Blaze, listen, I didn't write this. I'm just giving you an example. Blaze is having a good time with this, by the way, folks. Take a look at Blaze in the left corner, by the way, as I say this. She goes to this other world. You guys remember Army of Darkness with Bruce Campbell?
Yeah.
Remember when he dropped into that thing and he had his shotgun?
Yeah.
And he didn't know what he was doing there. What's going on? He's cursing every other word. Back the F up. I got my boomstick. He's doing the whole thing. You guys know, everyone's laughing at home. They're going, yeah, I remember that. She lands there. She doesn't know how she got there. She doesn't know what's going on. There's a decent interaction between the cuff and her. It's not the 10-second clips you saw people do, pointing fingers and laughing. It's decent. It's not, you're not going to roll out of your chair laughing, but it's decent for video game, humor. I mean, when was the last time you really rolled out of your chair laughing in a video game? You know what I mean? Where your stomach hurt? Not many. So they go through that. She starts to find out what this area is. Then she finds out, just like Army of Darkness, when you ventured out from the castle and you ventured out in Army of Darkness, Bruce Campbell goes out to get the book, and there's all the dead out there. Well, there's something called the break. And anyways, consider it how you want. They call it the break. And it's like this. It's like the evil and Evil Dead. You don't really see it, but it's like this like cloud, right? Well, it kills any human, period, or turns them into zombies. And it's possessed all the animals, which is why in the demo you were shooting these zombie-looking people and animals. Meanwhile, you find out she, because she comes from another dimension, is legitimately immune, apparently, to the break. Listen, I'm 5 hours in, okay? I don't write children's books. I don't tell good stories.
Mooch.
I'm just telling you what it's about.
Mooch, I love you, bro. I don't know what the fuck you just told me, bro.
It's not. Come on.
Hey,
pretty clear.
I'm gonna be honest. It was more it was more interesting. What was more interesting? I'm dead serious when I say this too. What was more interesting than that story just now?
Yes,
was Blaze pouring up his cup, because that's legit an intro to a fucking song. We've all heard an intro to a song by someone pouring up a cup.
This is true.
That was a whole intro.
It's true. Well, listen, it's hard to explain it because I'm also I'm only 5 hours in, so I'm kind of wrapping my mind around it myself.
No, that's not a lot of time for you to. I understand.
I don't really know. I'm just giving you the quick synopsis.
Let me ask you this question.
No, go ahead, Strick.
When you're sitting there, when you're thinking like, okay, I'm about to get some gaming in, what I'm saying, right?
Yes.
Are you excited to boot up Forespoken, or are you like, damn, like I just want to play this shit and beat it, so I'm done with it? Like,
okay. So no, that's a legit question. So there's two. It's like a part one and a part two. So I'm not gonna lie to you. When I first got the review code, I was like, oh man, what did I ask for? And I was like, oh, maybe I don't want to get into this. You know what I mean? And again, so I will say this much. At this point, with the way that the world is grown, and it is quite a large level to explore, I don't mind it. I want to get to the point, but hold on, Strict. I got an honest answer for you here. I got to get another 2 or 3 hours in to get a couple of more of the powers, because I'm seeing what the powers are. I mean, with social media and YouTube, it's hard not to see what's coming down the pipe, right? Yeah. So I see what's coming down the pipe. I want to see how it alters my exploration and how it actually helps enhance the game and the fun of fighting the enemies. At this point in time, I'll be very honest with you, Strick. Part of it's a bit of a grind. And I'm not going to say that it's, there's not joy on my face because I'm playing Forespoken, right? But I wanted to get a little further. If I now have, you guys have seen the weapon wheel that comes up on both sides. You guys have at least seen it, whether you like it or you don't, you've seen it. Yeah. I only have like 3 or 4 on each one. The thing ends up with like 8 or 9 or 10, and you can swap them out. There's a lot of things to it. If I get to about 6 or 7 and this thing still's not hitting, well, I'm going to write the review, and I'm going to be very clear in the review that I stopped playing it and the reasons why. It's part of the review.
Mooch, doesn't it suck, though?
And I hope that answers your question, Strick, because it's kind of a part 1, part 2.
No. You got to wait till you got to definitely do more before you can give.
Yeah, it's not fair for me. Yeah. Like Blaze, you would have no respect, literally. And I think you've called people out before. I'm not going to play 5 hours, put a review out, and go, it's great or it's trash. You're going to be like, well, you didn't even look. I looked. You got 5 hours on it, man. Like 5 hours. You're like, I played that much in the demo. I know more than you.
It sucks that you get an opportunity like that and you get a review from Square Enix with the Sony branding, and then you have to shit on the game after. Like, I know Mooch is probably telling us when Mooch got that review, he's probably saying, please be good. Please.
Yeah, right. Well, not just that, but I've gotten about 2 or 3 of the bigger titles, right? Because thank you, Blaze, for what you said in the beginning of the show. But my channel doesn't warrant some of them. You have to have like 100,000 subscribers to get on the list for some of these big boy games, right? Or you got to know somebody, By this time, I thought we would all be on Sirius satellite radio. I thought we'd all be.
Mooch, a lot of these dudes got 100,000 subs, and you're getting the same numbers, if not more than them. So fuck all that. Listen, all you motherfuckers with all these high subscription numbers, if little Blaze 4K is getting the same numbers or better than you, I don't care about your sub rate, bro. I don't care about your sub count, bro.
It's funny. I wish the
I get better numbers than both of y'all. That's just a joke, clearly.
There you go, Strick. No, Strick. Strick's like, let me get in front of the camera. I'll show you.
That'll come soon, Strictly.
I mean, I wish the publishers actually would hear what you just said. But I want to talk about that for a second, because that's the thing that's so great about this show is we could take a subject and we'll come back to it. Yeah, but we can just kind of take a quick little detour. Yeah. That's the one thing I said to the one guy that I talked to that was the community manager. That was the guy who had a contact and put the application in for the whole thing. And so, I said to him, I appreciate the code coming out the day of, but I said, every time someone my channel size gets a code, it's usually the day of. That means everybody's already got the review out. It means so I'm always going to be a week and a half, 2 weeks later. And maybe that's just the way it is. That's the licks you got to take to climb up. That's fine. But it's like, I always say, can you get the game to us a little earlier so we can actually have some insight with people? For
real.
You know what I have a problem with that though, and I know I'm kind of it's on topic, but it's kind of off. Like this is my problem with it though. Like you have to politic too much for everything. It's like the people who really deserve the codes. It don't even need to be me. Like the people who really deserve the codes, and that's going to give you an honest review. Like they really don't get the codes.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying? For the games we really care about.
It is true.
You get the people who is capping for Cyberpunk and shit like that. But you don't get the people, like, again, us that like keep it a buck. We'll tell you what we enjoy about the game, what we don't enjoy about the game, but then we could criticize it. You know what I'm saying? That takes me to something else, but I'll kind of get to that point in a minute. I'll let you finish. But it's just like, that's what I don't like about it. And that's sometimes what deters me, because I shouldn't look at it that way, but that's what deters me sometimes, man, because it's just like, I don't like politicking for shit. Yeah, I done worked hard to get to where I'm at, man. So just politicking
but this community is based on politicking, bro. Yeah, the people you surround yourself with is politicking. To try to get a game, it's all about politicking. Listen, if you want to grow on YouTube, I told Strictly, we were having this conversation today. I say, if you want to grow on YouTube, you need to choose a side. That's the unfortunate reality of it. You can't just be a neutral gamer unless you just get lucky or whatever. But like the fucking blueprint is laid out, bro. Pick a side, stay with the fucking side.
It's funny you say that too, because even the big channels, the really big channels that are neutral, they listen. We're all human beings. You do have a preference. I don't care if it's Pepsi or Coke, Reebok or Nike. I don't really care what you're talking about. So you can't say whether it's a console system or a PC. You have a preference. And if you follow those people that I'm talking about, the guys that have like 700, 800,000 subscribers, and they get the views too. If you watch them enough, you don't have to be a detective crime dog to figure out which console they like better. It doesn't take long. And that's a human nature though. That's not something I would critique. The one thing I would say, so again, I've only gotten a handful of like 3, and I applied actually for the Dead Island. Where I'm at, And where I would show you guys if you wanted to apply is you just I think it's just luck, and then doing what Mooch does best. Just keep on DMing people and say, hey, any luck with that application? Big smiley face and a thumbs up. And I think sometimes persistence is key, because the way I got this, there was no politicking. I actually wrote the community manager. He sent me a link. I then filled out an application. I sent it in. And then respectfully, every 48 hours, I was like, I was kind of like the guy from Animal House. Remember when his buddy was bummed and he smashed the beer over his head and he's like, I'm like,
but
it is what it is. You got to just keep trying and see if you can get people to, respond to you. Especially when you're talking about these big games with the publishers.
But another part of it too, though, also is, and I don't think this is thought about enough, just generally in the gaming community, is COVID. And the reason I bring COVID is because usually what you could do is you can go to events, get your face out there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you probably get some codes and stuff because you met these people in real life. So they, feel somewhat compelled to give you codes. Yeah. But COVID stopped us from having events.
That's okay. So I see where you're going with that. So there was so E3, even if you go to E3 but you don't get into E3, you can still have a drink or meet people and network. That has been taken away because of COVID. Now, supposedly, Strick, this summer,
it's coming back. I will be there.
So I would encourage anybody that wants to get out there. And don't worry if you don't get the E3 tickets. That's an hour and a half show, respectively. It's not about that show. That you can watch on your phone while everyone's inside.
It's the activities around it.
Come out and they say, hey, we're all going to go meet up at this mom and pop bar. They got an unbelievable sandwich you got to try out. They got the best drinks, homemade drinks you never had. You go over there, and then that's where maybe a little bit comes into it. You buy a couple of drinks, you hang out. And
the show's the cherry on top. You're right. Yeah, you're right.
I've had a lot of people, actually, even this past week and the week before, a lot of people will come on the show. When you get an opportunity to hang out with somebody on a podcast, even, that's not even in person, and you get to talk to somebody, and it's a step beyond the Twitter world. There's a human being behind that Twitter,
there's an intimacy,
personality. So that's the thing. And I think when you go out, you get that human element, which is so important. It's so
can't wait to meet some of you humans, bro. Can't wait.
and that's usually what happens too, man. Because because it's easy to get into a back and forth. And shout out to Gas, because that's kind of what happened, with me and Gas. We kind of got into a back and forth on Twitter a while back. And he just seen me speak on SolidCast, ironically. And he was like, so we kind of, we just, hash out our little differences, man, and we cool. But that's usually
he gonna skip that Blaze passed it up. It's okay.
Oh no, my bad. You was right though. Like Blaze had set that up. You know what I'm saying? But I was just getting to the point that there's a person. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, man, Twitter don't really do justice on who people are.
It don't.
You know what I'm saying? It's because when you it's I come at people on Twitter, but if you was to talk to me in real, just right now, they'd be like, oh, he don't even really seem like that. Yeah, I don't seem like it until you say some stupid shit and come out my neck, and then I'm gonna ready to smack shit out you. But just in general, though, you know what I'm saying? In general, people need to just understand and just act. Don't be a piece of shit, bro. Just don't be a piece of shit at the end of the day, man. Just be a solid person, because ain't nobody even gonna be checking for you even when they see you at these events. Because a lot of these people on the internet, because you know what I be doing? I be bookmarking little smart shit people say. And then when I see them, I'm gonna be like, I want to see if you're gonna keep that same energy. Because I know you're not. I know that for a fact. You're not. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going there to start. Obviously, no one's going there to start anything. I'm going there to have fun, this, that, and the third. But let's be honest, we always have that in the back of our mind. You know what I'm saying about internet?
People get
about the internet.
People are drinking behind their keyboard because some of the shit they be saying is bro. No, and listen, nobody walk around trying to be a tough guy, but some of the shit they be saying is all right, bro, cool, no problem. And listen, I know we're jumping around. That's just what we do. But Forespoken, in conclusion to it,
yeah.
Listen, man, I know they gave y'all a cape with the Sony logos on it, and people, you know what I mean? I know. Listen, I know, right? Bro, y'all gotta let it fucking go, bro. That's it. The game, it is what it is. The demo was so underwhelming that I couldn't believe that they put this shit out, bro. I don't know. Sony's hey, the Game Awards need something from you guys. Put it in. But that was the biggest mistake, like Mooch was going over. And I said this shit 2 weeks ago. Like, the biggest mistake they made was putting out a demo, because the demo just showed all the flaws, all the shortcomings in that game.
I don't even think that was the worst part. I think the worst part was they actually updated the demo.
Yeah, they updated.
Like you updating the demo tells me, you're literally telling me that your game is optimized like trash. So you're doing whatever you possibly can to fix it and just damage control everything.
I had no idea that
they updated the demo. Don't quote me, guys. I want to say 4 or 5 days before the game came out. Maybe it was upwards of a week. But the point, I'll go ahead and agree with Strick there. I mean, that's telling, right? You put a demo out there, it's kind of like when you're sampling food, right, at the mall. Like you don't take the free meat on the stick, you're eating it, and then as you're in your third chew, you're like, whoa, that one's not fully cooked yet. Oh, you know what I mean? Like when you put the demo out, that's a taste of your work. Right. So
simple.
That's the worst thing they could have done, was put that demo out. I thought that was just so listen, you'd have to go back far enough to say, I haven't said it in a while because we don't get demos very often. I don't usually play demos. And the reason I played for you go, well, Mooch, why'd you play that one? Because like I said, I'm keeping true to the story. I was originally on the fence about picking it up. I said, well, let me see what this is about. And the demo did damage. Big damage.
And it's a shame because demos are cool, bro. Like, that's dope. Like, I commend them in a way. Like, put out a demo. Like, that's dope. Like, we missed that. We need that shit. Like, your game is good, then put out a demo. Like, if you're not worried about it, your game is really it's fire like that, put out the demo.
Because a demo is supposed to be a sign of transparency.
And these motherfuckers were saying, they're saying, oh, dude, it's a demo, bro. Wait till the final bit, bro. Wait till the final. What?
See, but
it's it's funny because they didn't say that about Battlefield 2042 when I was hyping that up, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Because that's one of the biggest issues I have with the inconsistency of it. Because it's like PlayStation. You see PlayStation Nation talking about, Forespoken and all of that. And I'm like, for example, let's take Coda, for example. Coda's not developed by a PlayStation first-party studio. You know what I'm saying? But when Sony came in and they seen how bad of a shape it was in and they holded the project, what did everybody say? Oh, Sony wasn't having that, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. Forespoken, third-party title, right? It gets a 68 on Metacritic. Oh, that's not Sony's game. They're just advertising it. You see what I'm saying? Like, everybody like to switch up the terminology and the vocabulary depending on what happens, you know what I'm saying? So they could try to, play both. No, you can't play both sides of the fence, bro.
You can't.
You cannot. And I don't like seeing when people do that because they accepting bullshit. And that's why we get bad games in return.
See, I agree with what you said on the transparency, Strick. That's supposed to be the essence of the demo, right? The transparent. You're putting your game out there. You're showing yourself. Yeah. The problem I have with all demos. This is across the board, and this is a me problem. You guys don't have to agree with me with this at all. The demo generally, they're not going to put you at the very beginning of a game on a demo. Think about it. That makes no sense, right? They don't want you to go through the first hour, the boring shit where you don't have any weapons. So what do?
Make all of them.
They pluck you right down into maybe 7 hours in, 8 hours into the game. They give you this, and they try to give you this quick tutorial. They try to spoon feed you the story. I've walked away from multiple demos and not bought a game. If a publisher's ever listening, and I know that you guys don't, if you guys don't agree with me, that's fine. In the chat, you guys let me know. I've walked away from more demos saying I'm not buying it than this is exactly what I want to buy. And that doesn't mean the game was bad. It means it just didn't hit me the right way when I'm playing the game because it wasn't told the right way. Again, using Forespoken just because it's the latest thing we're talking about is you were dropped in a world you didn't know. The story is not told to you. The weapons they give you are question at best. And then they're like, well, go do these quests. I'm like, for what? What does it mean? What am I going to get that magic book for? What does that do? Right? But if you play the game from the beginning, you know what these quests mean. And I'll say this much. The first 3 hours of the game is a lot of story. It's a lot of background. And now I'm not saying it's deep, okay? You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's deep, but it's when you see the clips we saw before the game came out of context, and then you saw the demo, the whole thing just didn't look like it added up. When you play the game in the first 3 hours, you'll see at least I got news for you. Let me put it this way. Maybe I did a real bad job of, I was trying to make it with that, with the Army of Darkness thing, because that's where she gets dropped in. She learns things. She learns what's going on in this world, what's happening, why she needs to fight. And the only way to get back, same thing like Army of Darkness again, only way to get back is to fight, in this case, the break. And and within the break, there's 4 like witches that literally have ridiculous powers. I haven't gotten to the first one yet. I fought a couple mini bosses. I've done a couple of the layers. There's places, like I said, the world is big. So as you explore, there's like these dungeons that you can go down and get more loot and stuff like that. But they do a decent job of explaining it. So if anyone's on the fence, I would say they do a better job than the demo. But, for God's sake, I really think they I think they put their own nail in their coffin with that demo. I think that was a really, really bad move.
I think at the end of the day, with Forespoken, I think it's the right IP, wrong developer. The game has phenomenal potential because you can see the aesthetic. That's what people are really gravitating towards, man. The aesthetic, the open world element of it, the parkour, the versatility, the cosmetics, the magic and all. So like the potential is there, but again, wrong developer. Square Enix, I've already told y'all, they're overrated to me. Like I just, and that's just that.
That's their B team. That's the same Square Enix that made Final Fantasy 15, I believe, and they got kind of pushed off the Final Fantasy series. But listen,
correct.
The point is, play the games you want to play. But don't tell me that my opinion is flawed or I'm fucking tripping, because I'm not, bro. Like, listen, man. There's been bad Metacritic scores like Days Gone that didn't score particularly well, but I fucking love Days Gone. It was still, you could still see the quality in it. You could still see the potential in it. This shit is just not that, bro. It is what it is. Like, and then the whole other thing is, you idiots that went out there saying, "Oh, this is a black protagonist, and the reason why people are not doing this because oh, you guys are fucking racist." You're a fucking idiot. Eat a fucking dick for that one.
They didn't say it about They didn't say that about Deathloop when they had a black protagonist and antagonist.
Yeah,
with
Deathloop scored
scores.
Exactly. Deathloop scored a fucking damn near a 90 on Metacritic with multiple black people on a fucking cover. You want to make it a black and white thing? That shit irritates the fuck out of me.
It
bro.
ain't had nothing to do. And
we're trash.
And we're not. And what we're not saying, because people like take shit out of context. What we're not saying is we're not saying no one is like that.
Right.
That's not what we're saying. I'm pretty sure there's people out there, but
Facts.
the vast majority of people that are shitting on this game, it is not because she is black. That is false. Period.
Right.
So
no, good conversations. And listen, let me get these super chats because they're starting to pile up, and I'm fucking listen, bro. I might have to. I'm seeing 2 Strickleys right now, so I might have fucked up because that Forespoken. I'm just saying that Forespoken shit fucked me up so bad. I started double pouring. And shit,
I was telling the story, and I didn't mean to do it, but Blaze finished like 2 drinks.
Bro, I'm dead ass. Like this bottle was brand new. Look at this shit.
It's gone.
It's half a bottle, bro. In my fucking.
What do you got? What are you drinking?
Just listen. I'm a Patron guy, but my girl had bought this.
Bacardi. All right.
Yeah, it's some rum.
I thought it was a Bacardi bottle, but I couldn't say it from here. But it's out of focus. It looked like Southern Comfort. I was like, I thought he was.
It definitely looked like a Southern Comfort.
Didn't it?
Yeah,
for sure. That's the first thing I thought.
I didn't see the bat and the whole logo there, so that's why I was like, all right, listen, a little rum and coke on a Saturday night. You're entitled, my friend.
Yeah, absolutely. My boy Mark, you already know, bro. Mark's the man. Bomba Clot. He said, he's basically saying shout out to me, you, Strictly, Mooch. He said, I'm just here for the jokes. PC and PS guys are here laughing my ass off. Appreciate you. My man 27, new member, appreciate you. I see you in the Discord. I see you showing support. You already know what it is. Nice. I am fucking spinning, bro. Woo, I am spinning, man. I'm about to call my girl.
You want me to read the super chat?
Yeah, read these joints, bro, because I'm fucking spinning, dog.
Shout out to Jimmy Harrison with the 20 bomb, aka the dub. Do you not think what is it? Do you not think that the great Jimmy Harrison was not going to shout my brothers out? Strict, Mooch, Blaze, much love, brothers. Dead Space Remake has some of the best line I've ever seen on an OLED. Is sick. Facts. Shout out to Jimmy Harrison, man. Dope people. And he came into my Discord. We was chopping it up a good bit, man. He comes in there.
Oh, no
man.
shit.
Yeah.
Jimmy be in there. Ace Black is his name. He's in it.
Yeah. Shout out to Jimmy. Jimmy's probably, he goes around and he supports so many people on YouTube. I've had a great conversation with him. He hit me up on PlayStation. We were gaming. We were talking. Man's a wonderful family man too, by the way. So shout out to you, Jimmy. Thanks for being here tonight.
I love that.
Fact. I hope you ain't spend all your money on displays too, by the way. Rob Jones with the 5 bomb. Hope you all have a great weekend. Great panel. Always great to see and hear Mooch facts. And same with Strictly. Appreciate you. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, everyone. Rob Jones, man, I appreciate you, bro. Have a great Saturday evening.
I got to get these member chats. They don't pop up. Kiso been a member for 5 months. He's like, shout out to y'all boys. Appreciate you. And then Rob Jones, I believe there was another Rob Jones one. God, bro, I done fucked up tonight, bro. Rob Jones, member for 2 months. Strictly Mooch. What's up, guys? Blaze 4K. What's up, guys? Appreciate you, Rob.
What up, Rob?
Yo, that's dope. You know, I meet a lot of people in Discord, in Strictly's Discord, that like I've seen on Twitter, but for some reason, Strictly ends up like Strictly has that inviting, like he's super welcoming, like, yo, pull up, you know what I mean? I want to meet good people type of shit. And then like I'll see him in the Discord, like it's just crazy. Like it's crazy how that works. Wow, this is a nice one, right? Look at that one, huh?
All day. Shout
out to All Day.
Shout out to All Day, man. That's the homie, man.
All Day. I criticized them today. I say, All Day, shut up, man. I said, fuck you, All Day. You don't even show up to my fucking podcast. Oh, I left a comment. I said, I don't care. You left a comment at the beginning. I said, I want to see you there at the, you know what I mean? At least stay there for a half an hour. Shout out to All Day, bro. That's my
shout out to All Day, man.
All Day's great, man.
Yo, the person in his first profile picture really looked like him too on YouTube.
It
looks just like him. What up, Cassie? What up, girlie?
I wanna get into this beautiful thing. Okay, Mooch, I don't know if you have one of these, brother. Do you?
So listen.
Oh man.
Wait, you want me to go first here? Or do you want to talk about it? Do you want to review it? Please do.
No. A review is coming soon. But okay. Did you get a chance to pre-order one or get one? No.
So listen. So here's the thing. You guys are gonna, and I'm all over Twitter, so you guys can check. I've been saying this since the day it was announced. I have 2 V2 Xbox ones. When I saw this,
me too.
My jaw dropped. I said I gotta have it. So here's my other problem. I got bad luck with controllers. You notice I was just telling Blaze about my issues with my H9 headset for PS5. My bad luck with that. So I'm a big fan of the brick and mortar. I know I'm a dinosaur. I'm one of the last ones. I'm gonna wait till February 23rd and go pick it up at either Best Buy or GameStop. I'm gonna have it the day. Sony gives you 1 year for the $20 down. I could throw this thing down a flight of stairs and I can go to GameStop and go get another one. I want the GameStop 2-year deal. And so I'm just waiting for it to be in the brick and mortar. But I guarantee you on February 23rd, I will be posting pictures. I want it so bad to see you guys being able to use it. And I can't have it.
Are you sure? Because you know the PSVR comes out February 22nd.
Bro, the PSVR. Oh, right. Listen. That's all right, let's pump the brakes on the PSVR because I want to get into that after too.
All right, my fault.
But Mooch, that's a good idea. You're saying you want to buy it from a Best Buy or a GameStop. So if this shit do break,
yep.
But this one I gotta see.
I can go down the street, 10 minutes, get myself a new one. If you have the Sony warranty, I gotta box it up, send it off.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You want to know why? Because unlike those fucking Brajols Xbox over there, where's my Series X? Listen, this is my 3rd Elite Series 2, and listen, I love this controller. Hefty, there it is. The fucking magnetic dock, everything. It's a fucking good controller. But guess what?
It is.
The RB, both of my controllers broken.
Yes.
The third one was the LB. Now this is time to go. The point I'm trying to make here is what Sony did, which holy shit, which are not what a lot of companies are not doing, is these analog sticks.
They come out.
So if you do get a stick drift, if you do get a problem.
But if you have a problem with the RBs, the same thing with me. I've returned a couple of these to get this back. The RBs always stick. It gets like jammed up, right? Yeah. Or I've had the actual trigger button get like sticky. Like it just doesn't, like, you know what I mean?
Well,
like
I've never done that with a PlayStation controller. I'm not even just saying that. I'm not being biased. Like I've never had a problem with. I've had problem with stick drifts.
I had never with the actual. Yes, with it. Yes.
The controller itself just feels premium. You know it the second you feel it, bro.
Roll into it, brother. Go ahead.
Like it's just one of them things, man. To like, you know, like when you're excited for a product and you finally feel it, you're like, yeah, like this is everything. Like this is what it feels premium. You know what I'm saying? It has some weight to it. I know a lot of people don't like weight to their controllers. I personally do. I like weight to the products because it gives it that premium feel to it. Like, you know, like they ain't put no cheap materials into this product. You know what I mean? I like the back buttons. It's pretty, you know, I chose these ones.
Yeah. Can I ask you a question, Strict? Because that is, besides the weight of it, which I love. That's the same thing with the V2, but I heard the edge is even heavier. Strict, can you tell me about those buttons? I don't like the traditional the toggles that are on the V2. I don't really like those. How are those buttons in comparison?
I love them because they're easy to press.
And they're out the way. They're not in your way, right?
Yeah, it's like in a perfect spot to where
you got the different paddles in, huh? Wow.
Yeah, I got the different
ones. Yeah, what Strict has is that's what I'll be using day one.
I got the traditionals.
You got the Xbox joints.
Blaze, get that out of there. Put the ones he's got in there. I'm telling you, they're out of your way.
Facts, bro.
No, they're out of your way too. You know what it is? When you've been playing with this shit for 2 years, I need those. I feel like I'm at least it feels familiar to me, those paddles. And they are out of the way. Like, listen, I don't know why I have 4 on here. Who plays with 4 paddles?
I did. Me. I use 2.
2.
And believe it or not, I mean, I literally get it because the weight of it feels good, right? The weight of it feels good. But I could never put 4 paddles on the back of it. I mean, what are you playing with your feet? I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening.
I usually don't play with 4, but I did before, especially with COD, because I was using my Scuff FPS and I was using 4. But it's not like 2 of the paddles I wasn't using all the time. Like one of them I used for like if I'm calling in a UAV or something.
Okay.
And the other one was for like pinging.
Okay.
So
you're doing that. You're legitimately strict. You're never taking your hand off the stick. Yeah.
Ever. You know what I'm saying? So like, I mean. And yeah, this one don't have the 4, so I'm not really. That's the only knock, but I'm not really tripping about it, because I could just still map them to whatever I want. And of course, I map one to jump, and I map the other one to pinging. But yeah, it's a phenomenal controller. It feels good. The paddles feel good. Two things people gotta know though for it. Number one, if you're using it for PC, you still have to plug it into your PlayStation 5 to map your buttons and everything.
Correct.
And number 2, I've seen people and Blaze seen people. A lot of people, when he did his review, gamers didn't know. Like they were saying, "Hey, when I boot up COD, it's not working or whatever." But there's an application, unfortunately, for COD. There's an application you have to download on Steam. It's called DSX. It's $5, and it basically makes the DualSense Edge look at as a PS4 controller, as a DualShock 4.
But tell them strictly, if you're playing on Steam, you're good. But if he's talking about Steam, BattleNet and Epic Games and shit like that, they don't have.
That's true. If you're playing on Steam, you don't have to do none of that because Steam has low input. You go to options, properties, and go and change your Steam input. But BattleNet doesn't have any of those options, so you have to download a third-party app in order to play it through BattleNet. So that is a tidbit for people if you're playing COD through BattleNet and you did get this controller on PC.
Now listen to me. I've had the Astro A40. I've had the white Elite controller, the first one, the black Elite controller, the Gears of War Elite controller, then 3 Elite controllers for the second one iteration of it. I had the Scuff Vantage. I can't even think of them. I've had a lot. You guys say we hate Sony. Well, get ready because I'm about to suck Sony off real time. Like, listen, I can't believe that they made a better controller than Xbox. An Elite controller. When it comes to just feeling premium, the functionality is working as advertised. You go on your PlayStation 5, you pick. It's so simple. It's so easy. A nice long, bro. This shit's probably 10 feet braided cable that it comes with, quality cable.
That's a fact.
The lock-in mechanism, like it's great. The only problem Sony did not think of, the controller is the best. Seriously, it's the best pro controller I've used. But the problem Sony didn't think of is they're not thinking of PC players. What I mean is that like I know it's like, well, Blaze, I bought this controller and I have to go to my PlayStation 5 to set up the functionalities. And it's like, yeah, that's unfortunate, but it's a PlayStation 5 controller, bro. What'd you think was gonna happen? You know what I mean? If Sony can release some sort of an app or some sort of software that they can download and choose profiles without needing a PS5, because there's a lot of people out there that bought this Elite controller to use strictly on PC that don't have a PS5. I know it sounds crazy, but seriously, just go read my comment section from my last video. There's a lot of people that don't have a PS5 and they can't change the functions of the paddles. Yeah. And that's the unfortunate. That's the only negative I'll say about the controller. Everything else is fucking incredible, bro. The like it looks up to par. It feels up to par.
You know what's funny, Blaze? Your complaint is a legit complaint. The complaint I'm hearing from everybody, and I guess it's also legit. It just depends on the type of gamer you are. People are complaining that it's still a 6 to 8 hour run before the battery dies. Does that bother you guys?
Bro, Mooch, thank you so much for that, by the way. The battery. Fucking Dreamcast. Listen, I'm not Dreamcast guy. Listen, there's a bunch of you motherfuckers out there that said, "Oh, I returned the controller because it lasted 4 hours." Listen, I played this shit for 5.5 hours straight, and when I hit the PlayStation button to check my battery life, no bullshit. I don't need to. You guys already think I hate Sony now. There's no reason to lie. This shit was still at half battery, and I played 5.5 hours straight, Fortnite and Call of Duty on my PS5 and a little bit of FIFA. The shit, it was still at 0.5%, and it was at 5.5 hours. So I don't understand where people are saying that this shit lasts for 4 hours. What, like, I don't.
Well, first of all, they full of shit. Second of all, why don't you use a damn 100-foot cable they gave you with the goddamn controller?
Right,
because
and my shit's plugged in anyway.
Yeah, it reaches from, like, how far are you possibly sitting from your TV? Like, the cable, literally, I'm telling you, this cable is ridiculously long, G. Like, this shit is ridiculous. Like, fam, look how long the cable is. Like,
it's long. It's long. No, they definitely hooked it up.
There's a knot in this one. You see, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, look how long the cable is. Like, you don't need to people just want to complain, bro. They just want to.
Yeah, because I mean, to be honest with you, too, that's why I said it really depends on you, the gamer. I'll speak for myself here, right? So I have 2 of the V2s. That also came with same thing. Strictly just showed you, came with the same size cord, right? It's a long cord. Now, when I'm just playing in the family room, I'm just goofing off, right? You're playing a little bit something it's not like competitive. You're not playing Warzone. You're not playing whatever Apex. You're not playing Fortnite. You're not playing that. You're just kind of goofing around, having fun. I generally just use any of the one. I have a ton of like Xbox controllers. I have a ton of like PlayStation controllers. I use those. But when I'm here and when I game here, when I'm like taking it serious for playing Warzone, and we were talking about this before the show, we talked about it at the beginning of the show. Like I want to win, right? I gotta win today. I try to get. If you're playing, you at least want to get a win a day minimum. Like that's minimum, right?
Minimum.
So I'm playing. When I'm playing, I have my V2 plugged into my Xbox. Like I'm always plugged in with my V2. Like that's me. You might go, Mooch, I don't do that. I'm not telling you to. So, but then again, there are times I'll once in a while take the V2. I'll go out into the family room, hang out because I have 2 Xboxes. So I'm like, go over in the Xbox, chill, take that out, right? Hit that. Hey, listen, I have to explain it. They can't think I'm taking this thing with me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So going over there, I sit there and I chill. I'm not playing anything usually. This is my life. I'm not playing any game generally for 10 hours, 8 hours.
Not even close.
I can't do that. And then the minute I'm done, I put it on
a charger.
On a charger. Yeah. So when I'm done, I would like a controller to have 100 hours. Give me 100 hours, right? But realistically, if you told me the controller had 100 hours, I wouldn't know because I put it on the charger the minute I'm done playing. So I don't know. And again, this is only a me problem. It's not defending Sony. My V2, my Xbox V2. The minute I'm done, it's charged. I never have my controller die because I'm either plugged in or I'm charging it right after. And I plug it in because some sick thought that somebody said to me a long time ago is you have, what is it? It's not latency, but you have better response time if you're hardwired.
No, that's a fact. That's an absolute fact.
I think it's a fact too, but if it's not, so I have it in my head and I always plug it in. I'll do the same thing with this Edge controller. So for me, when someone goes, Mooch, do you have a problem with the 6 hours? I wouldn't have a problem with the 6 hours anyway, because due to my life, I'm lucky if I can get a 2-hour break to game here and there, right? That's why I try 2-3 hours and I get it in every day. I'll get that in there. I'll do it as much as I can. On the weekends, maybe a little bit more, but it's tough, you know, and everyone always kind of gives you shit for it. And I don't blame them because it's funny as hell. But like, you know, when you got literally kids got like, even now, even in the off season, my son's still playing flag football, playing this, right? To state, you got to go to these events. There's soccer still going round year. We have domes in New York. We don't play outside.
My girl, listen, my son finished his little, you know, I think he was doing karate, and my girl's like, oh, I signed your son up for fucking robotics. And I was just saying, like, oh, fucking finally, no more fucking picking up. And like, you know what I mean? She's like, oh, I signed them up for this, keep them busy. I'm like, what are you gonna do? Like, you're like, fuck, well, there goes your time. You know what I mean? But
right. Like, you don't have much time in the day, please.
So people are just, listen, people are making. Listen, I get it, man. You making the video, I returned. The controller just came out yesterday. Okay, as a prime example, he got a video out saying why I returned the controller. Everybody's talking positive about it. Of course, he makes the reverse call and says, "I'm going to talk negative about it." It's a chess move to get views and clicks. I know what time it is. I get how YouTube works. I'm not fucking stupid, but I just think it's lame as fuck. That's it. I think.
Well, yeah, and it's lame because you want the controller to last 8 hours, but the games you be playing, you be only playing for 30 minutes.
Right.
So what you need an 8-hour battery life for anyway?
And he don't even be playing games like that. Don't go fuck out of here.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm looking forward to getting it. The only reason it's not in my hand right now to hold up with you guys, I should have done it anyways. I don't know. I like that. I really, really do like the GameStop offer there, man. You pay whatever it is, $20, $25, and you might go, Mooch, you're getting taken. That's fine. Then take my money.
Anything happens, they'll fix it. That's the best part.
Anything. You just walk in, you don't even get that sarcastic look. They're like, give it, and by time it's a handoff, it's literally a 1-for-1.
Mooch is a piece of man guy. I'm the same way. I'm a piece of man guy.
It's the truth. I love that, man. I still get all my consoles. I walk into the store.
I'd rather do that too.
I shake hands with the man. Listen, you want to talk about connections and politicians? Like, that's how you do it, right? I don't care if it's your favorite pizza spot or your favorite game store. I don't care. Favorite anything. When you gotta get to know people.
And there was nothing like standing outside in the lounge, getting your games at GameStop, talking to the gamers. You know what I'm saying? Like
cold as hell.
Cold as hell, but you be forgetting, well, for y'all be cold as hell.
Yeah, sorry about that, straight.
Yeah, it ain't too bad for me, but but yeah, man, that's something I miss. You know what I'm saying? But
and the game, trust me, GameStop wants. Listen, the best thing for GameStop is to sell you some sort of insurance policy. They want that. They get credit for that. They fucking absolutely love that. They think, he's gonna get this insurance. Forget about it. He's never gonna break his controller, and we're good. That's just really what it goes. That's usually what happens. They sell insurance. If you buy an insurance on a fucking disc, bro, you're an idiot. But
yeah, the disc insurance. I mean, man. First of all, no, I don't do. And the only reason is I think I speak for everybody here too. I mean, we take care of our shit. Like I take care of my shit. Like there's no way around it. The problem with the controller is when you take the disc out and you put it, you take care of your physical copies. You're good. The problem with the controller or getting a warranty on your console is that's no matter how much you baby that controller, it can still break on you. Never fell, never did this. It could get stick drift, which, yes, by the way, Blaze is right. You do not need to bring it back for that.
DualSense.
Right? So, but you could have the RB, your L1, R1 get stuck, the triggers get stuck, things happen. So shout out to I think it's a great looking controller, and yes, it will be mine. Absolutely.
Did I tell you I was fucked up?
Yes. 3 times.
So listen, man. All right, look.
Hold up. Vex said you're going to talk about FTC? No. Okay, go ahead. Anything FTC acquisition, we're not talking about it.
Come on, bro. Y'all want to hear about this? Come on, bro.
I'm so tired of hearing that shit, bro.
Wait. Listen. What I do want to see fucking FTC bullshit.
Please don't go there.
No, hell no. Listen, man. Come on, bro. I just want to say too about the controller. The whole $200 thing is, $200 is not expensive for a pro controller. Eric Mooch will tell you, strictly will tell you, if you bought the shit, you're looking at $150 minimum, and it goes up from there. Like that's just what the prices are. That's a standard market price. Like if you think this shit's expensive, you don't buy it. Like you're not. Listen, if you bought an Elite controller before, if you play competitive games competitively, you got no problem paying that. Like you'll give me it. Well, they got paddles, give me it. I got trigger stops, give me it. Like, bro, for PlayStation to actually do this, you guys don't understand. Like we've been crying out to PlayStation. Yeah, like we've been saying PlayStation do it. Oh no, they go third party with Astro, third party with Scuff, third party. Yeah, man, make your shit yourself, bro.
I will say this, Blaze, you made a good point, but we should go back to the real issue was one of the things you said. So now PlayStation recently has been making the monitors, right? They're doing this whole thing. Get the headsets, like that headset you're wearing is PC compatible, right? Yeah, ready to go. So I can understand. I'm not saying I'm upset. I wouldn't care. But I could see somebody being like, wait a minute. So I just bought this new monitor and it's nice. Got these new headsets. These are fly. These work. Let me go get that new controller and hook it up real quick and figure this out with my PC. Oh shit, it don't talk to it. You know
that's bullshit.
I mean,
for PlayStation
for the control setup. I'm sorry, it does work with PC.
It is BS now. Like you gotta like you should.
They should have incorporated that.
That needs to be a clear communication.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Now we know why they didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? But there needs to be a clear communication.
Because if it's Sony of like 3-4 years ago, you go, no, dude, Sony don't do PC at all. But they are dabbling there now. They're putting their toe in the pool, right? So if they're doing that,
they about to dive in it. But listen, they got you could clearly tell, but they got monitors. Every peripheral coming out is compatible with PC.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? The PC store was already leaked from the Spider-Man game, or the PC PlayStation store. Like it's only a matter before trophy support coming. Discord get integrated on the PlayStation.
Yeah, that's coming March 8th.
Oh yeah, it's happening. Like you know what I'm saying? Returnal and Last of Us Remake both come out within the first quarter or the last quarter, 2023 or 2022 for gaming. So you already know, like
no, it's gonna be lit, bro. Returnal on PC is something I'm excited for.
Returnal, oh man, Returnal's made for PC, bro.
Absolutely, and co-op, all that. I want to move forward though. I definitely want to move forward.
He drunk, so he's like, yo, you need to...
Nah, we got
I quit.
For this one, 2 hours.
No, it is what it is, bro. Fuck it, I'm good. Listen, what do you think? I'm Big Cloud, bro?
Hey, I got news for you. You know what, Blaze? If you look at Blaze's shows and look at the 2 that I'm on, every podcast I'm on, they run late. So I apologize in advance.
No, it's cool, bro. Listen, it's cool. I love the conversation, bro. Trust me. Listen, I just had to gather my. Listen, I can drink like a fucking fish, bro. I'm good, bro. Trust me. It's in my blood. I was born with a fucking bottle of wine at the table, bro. It was light, nothing. Anyway, Xbox guys. I seen some guys say, Blaze, I'm new to your channel. I got no hate. You know, I'm an Xbox guy, but I got no hatred toward PC or PlayStation. Bro, shout out to you, bro. Listen, Blaze 4K is a PlayStation guy. I prefer PlayStation exclusives. I'll say this 1,000 times, but I play everything. If the game is good, I'm playing it. I got Xbox. I got all that. But Xbox had a little win this week, huh, Mooch? They got a game after the Direct came out.
Yep.
What is it called? Hi-Fi Rush?
Hi-Fi Rush. Yeah.
And I'm like hearing about this shit, and I check Steam, overwhelmingly positive. So then I'm like, all right, click play on the trailer because I legit missed the whole Direct.
Okay.
And I'm watching the shit, and I'm like, not for me. But is the art style cool? You know what I mean? It looks like a fun little game, honestly. No bullshit. I'm not even trying to talk shit. Like the reviews I think it's got 12 reviews right now and sitting at like an 88 or some shit like that. Which is dope.
A fun little game.
Strictly, I'm saying like it's not disrespect, bro. It's a fun. But what you want me to say? It's a. What do you want me to say? How do you word that? All right, how do you word that?
I don't know, but it's just there's something about funny little game that's like disrespectful.
It's a fun little game.
It's like you know, like when your little brother, like, you know what I'm saying, come out of nowhere, like a cute little toy, go ahead somewhere. You know, like, he said fun little game.
Yeah, it's not for me, bro.
I do get what he's saying though. Like the art style look good. It's not for him, but you could see the title has some pop and quality to it. It's just not
some
your
polish
type of
to it too, right?
Yeah, definitely.
You're walking around hitting people with guitars and shit. Like there's beautiful colors popping everywhere. I'm sure that shit looks good in motion.
That's a successful stealth drop.
Yeah,
that was a successful stealth drop for Xbox, like for real.
It was.
And Mooch, have you played it?
So the old don't knock it till you try it, right? So I actually got on last night after Crossfire and I played. I beat the first boss. Yeah, so it's funny because you both made some really good points there. So I did play it, and I mean I'm just past the first boss. It's a fun game. I don't think I literally don't. You know, it's not. I don't think it's what the media and a lot of people are making it out to be. But I think Strick said it best. It's a successful stealth drop game.
Facts.
And I'll tell you why. It's polished. I mean, it plays real good. What they say it does with the beat, it does. But you got to be into, and it's funny because some people were like, I like rhythm games. Like Beat Saber, right? And there's other ones out there. This one's a little different. And it's hard to explain. That I can't do. You got to just try it, you know?
Yeah.
But I can tell you, like, it's not necessarily one of the types of games I would run to go play. But again, a lot of the games in Game Pass, it's in Game Pass. So you're like, I'll get to it when I get to it. You know what I mean? So it's like it's a great stealth drop. Those are exciting. I think we haven't got one of those from like 10 years ago at E3. It's been that long. So it's nice.
We got one EA with Apex.
Apex, thank you. But Apex, even Apex was what, a good 6 years ago.
Yeah, it was still a minute.
We're talking exclusive wise, like.
Oh, exclusive, yeah.
Well, I mean, I think Strick makes a good point with Apex. That's a good example. But like, and that's still a success. I mean, I just think that when it comes down to it, and this is what I was saying on Crossfire last night, when you go through a 2022 and you don't have anything coming out from first party, if you wanted to do, if I was at the table at Redmond and they go, Mooch, listen, this game's ready, this game's ready, this game's ready. You know what I'd say to them? We've got to drop the jaw of our customers. Here's what we're doing right now. We're dropping Redfall tonight. Right, Redfall is one of the bigger titles this year for Xbox. Again, whether it's for you or not, that's a different conversation.
No, I'm a fuck with Redfall.
I am too.
But you take Redfall looks solid.
You take Redfall. Imagine they said Redfall came out. That's people going like, that's a drop.
Yeah, that's a mic drop. Like,
that's a drop for me. That's like, wow.
Especially if it's fire.
Right. Yeah. So let's say it's fire. I mean, heck, even if it's halfway decent, it's a big game for the year.
Agreed.
This game 100%. is it's a cartoony game. It's got the rhythm based. It's definitely a fun game to play. But again, it's not like, even when you go to podcasts, you say, well, did you play it? And someone will go, yes. Did you like it? They'll go, yes. Next subject. Right? It's not right. It's not that deep to get into. It's a quick pick 'em up, enjoy it. Yeah. It's polished, and it deserves the grade it's getting. But I'm a little shocked it's getting the press it's getting. I think it's a bit over the top. I mean, everybody in the world. I think
when's the last time
tweeted he's playing it?
Well, Xbox hasn't got a game with such high regards to it. You know what I mean? So I think they're eating it up, and
that's what it is. That's fine. That's fine. But like I said, even Stalker 2, which is looking better and better. I think it looks better, right? I think it's looking really good.
You seen them screenshots, bro? That shit.
It looks good, bro. So what I'm saying is stealth drop, and they can't. I get it, guys. I'm just pulling names out of a hat. I don't mean this literally. But if you say to Mooch, because you have to have an answer for people, right? You can't just say, oh, that was not good. Oh, I don't have an answer for you. I don't know what they should have done. Well, then your opinion's not really that valid. I would say you throw in like a Redfall, you're like, wow. Stalker 2, something you've been telling people to expect for a very long time, and there's no date. How about all of a sudden we go from no date to tonight? That's a big deal.
Xbox, what they need to do, in my opinion, is they need to do better with tension buildup. Like this is a good indicator for tension buildup because it's still early in the year, 2023. You know what I'm saying? And it's only January, and people are talking about Xbox. That's the point. You know what I'm saying? So if you can keep up this is interest,
Xbox years, bro. This is the year of Xbox, bro.
So it's just half-eye, but what if like in March they come out and give some crazy information on like Redfall, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that? Because now I really think, I do think Xbox they're kind of dialing it back and they're revisiting how they're developing and publishing these games. Because after the Halo debacle, what really,
they don't want to go through that shit again.
And I think, and I know, again, man, it's kind of getting to a different subject, but it's correlated. I think that's why you don't have a release date for Starfield yet. I think they know they cannot fuck this one up. So they're probably not giving a date because it's like, they're talking to Bethesda like, listen, we got to have this. It got to be at this standard. You know what I'm saying? Because if we release another title, wake your ass up. Yeah, Blaze.
No, I think
Blaze looked like he was doing.
Right. No, I'm good, bro.
I don't know, Blaze. You look like you.
Strick, you made a good point there. I mean, this is definitely going to be a big year for Xbox. There's no doubt about it. The question is, and we have to wait to see, is how much the needle moves with these releases. You know what I mean? That's going to be the real thing, and we'll see. Like, and that's what I was saying last night too. Like, Hi-Fi Rush, great game. If you have GameStop, great way to tell your clientele, hey, listen, don't leave us. We're going to keep dropping these great games like this. That keeps somebody from leaving. What I don't know if it does, And I'm asking the question. A lot of people don't like it when you ask a question. The question I ask is, do those types of games, and even Redfall, do they bring more people in? That's yet to be determined. Because when it comes down to it at the end of the day, I'll give you an example. It's a great example. I was at a fantasy football draft. We do this whole thing. You guys, I think you both would appreciate.
I've done that.
Right? We go to the bar. We got this rented out. It's nice. This place has like the screen that comes down from the ceiling. It's awesome. So after we're done with the draft, we do our draft on opening day of the NFL that Thursday night. So we get there like early, having fun. So we're done with the draft at this point. The game's about to start, right? So they switch over to the big TV at the bar. This huge like screen comes. I don't know how many. It's like 1,000. I don't know what the hell size it is. So it was 20. I think it was 2017. Was Spider-Man came out 2017?
2018.
18. Was it 2017 or 2018?
The original?
No, this Spider-Man on PS4.
That was 18, right? Yeah, that was 18.
Yeah, I think Strick's right. 18, yeah.
Okay, I thought whatever. It doesn't. I thought it was 17 because I thought 18 was God of War. But whatever.
Maybe you're right.
Yeah.
Maybe you're right.
So a buddy of mine who doesn't game, he literally. So the commercial comes on and it's Spider-Man because that was when it came out, right? September it was coming out. This was August. It was it was early September. Pardon me. NFL season's kicking off, and he says to me, "Hey," he goes, "Do you have a PS4?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "You getting that?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Maybe I should get a PS4." And I'm like, "Well, if you want to play that," he goes, "I love Spider-Man."
It was 20.
So my whole thing is that's what moves the needle on that. So would that same conversation happen with somebody who sees Redfall on a commercial? I don't know. It's yet to be seen. Or Hi-Fi Rush. I don't know. But I think they need to get that big game. And it's funny, we give Xbox a lot of crap, but like Halo, Gears, and Forza really is that those are household names. So, Halo's already gone by. Forza Horizon's gone by. And now you've got, Forza Motorsport, which I think can do very well. So Forza is something that gets butts in the seats. So I think that's the thing. So it'll be really interesting to see how their new
that's
IP
that's the last IP. Not to cut you off, but that's the last IP Xbox got that, like you said, it's gonna put butts in seats. I think Halo don't have it no more. Gears we don't know because they haven't tested the waters in a long time, but people kind of sick of it. But I think you're right. It is the last IP that they got that can push numbers and people appreciate it.
That's the thing, and a lot of people are putting a lot of stake in the Starfield. Starfield may be massive.
It will be
massive.
It will be.
Well, it will be, but it depends on the scale you're talking about.
I'm talking about in sales. Well, not even sales because the fucking Game Pass is gonna fuck all that up. But
I think it'll do well on PC. Actually, I think it'll do very well on PC because you're gonna have the mod community, right? Everything Bethesda does has an amazing mod community on PC, so it's gonna sell like gangbusters on PC. I don't know how it moves the needle for Xbox. We'll find out. I think
we definitely will find out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me get to these super chats, and then I got a couple 2 topics left. That's it, and we'll get out of here. You got that, Strick?
You need help, Rick? Magnum Visuals, $5. I feel like Sony can easily port their games to VR2 because GT7 is a full VR2 game. Will we have to download a separate app or will it sync with VR2?
And we're gonna get into VR right after that. So that's why I literally waited for the super chats because I wanted to just say, like, did y'all realize that PSVR is 24 days away from launching? You probably didn't. Well, I know you guys know, but that's crazy.
Shout out to Sweet Pea because she wanted her own, so I had to spend like $1,300.
Yeah, his daughter wanted, like, he got 700. Like, bro, I was like, yeah, I just spent $700 on PSVR. He's like, yeah, I got 2 of them, one for me, one for my daughter. I'm like, oh my god, that's crazy. That's crazy. And you know what, Mooch? Shout out to you. It was your podcast because I missed the fucking ticket from Sony saying, hey, PSVR, go pre-order. I missed it.
Yep.
And I don't know if it was you. No, it was on your podcast. Either you or somebody said.
It was me, and I believe Jez 7780 was talking about it.
Okay, well, he said, hey, you can still go on the website and pre-order it right now. Don't matter if you didn't. And boom, I went that day, pre-ordered it.
I scooped it up too, man. I'm excited for it. And there's a lot to VR. I mean, VR has quite the history. And I'm very vocal about it. I didn't care for VR very much.
You weren't a believer. You weren't a believer.
No, I wasn't. And I mean, I think a lot of people that I'm gonna sound like strict here. I think a lot of people that said that they really loved it back then are kind of capping. You know what I mean?
No.
I'll be honest with you. It didn't really get to be the gaming experience that we love until we started seeing really like the Quest 2 pick it up and run with it. And the reason I
disagree with that. I disagree with that.
You can disagree, but let me give one example, Blaze, and I want to hear what you got to say. My one example is this. When I had PSVR, I got PSVR. I didn't buy it day one. I bought it late. But when I went and got it, let's forget the cables and all that. I don't want to talk. I want to talk about the games for a second.
But that is a deterrent for sure.
Right? Yeah. But I'm not going to use that as an excuse. I'm going to say the games. People were like, Mooch, you got to try this. You're the Batman. I was like, okay. So I tried it. I was the Batman for 8 minutes. Like it was an experience. It was everything on rails. Was it cool to look around and see shit? Absolutely. But other than that, it wasn't really what I would call exciting. Let's fast forward to today. We're going to be playing a game, the three of us, that's basically Call of Duty. But we are going to be running through this. I'm going to see the bodies, the whole thing. It's going to be crazy, right? Ducking down behind shit. That's an immersion.
Firewall.
Firewall, and there's another one, Pavlov, I think is also right.
I've already played it. Incredible.
And my point to you guys is this, because people go, Mooch, you weren't a fan of it before. Well, the technology has gotten a lot better since I wasn't.
Big time.
And now it's a point where, listen, we just said it ourselves. I say it all the time. I have like 2-3 hours to game on a good day, right? But there's days, like Strick said, when he was like, Mooch, answer me a question about Forespoken. You feel like playing this game? There's certain days, I mean, we all see it on Twitter. Everyone in the chat, I see a lot of people that I see in the chat, they'll say all the time, you know what, I'm just not, there's certain days you come home, man, it was taxing on the mind. You just want to veg out, man. You might watch your favorite sports team, watch a movie, have a drink, chill out. You just don't want to pick up the sticks, you know. But I will say this much. When you get into that rut, the one thing that I loved about the Quest 2, and you can see I have the Quest right up there behind me. I use it all the time. I swear to God, I love using the Quest. Like, for real, I like that difference. For 45 minutes, 50 minutes, it's a different way to game. Number two is we're getting real games. We're getting full-fledged games. So this Horizon Forbidden West game or whatever they call the mountain, it's a full game. I really do think a Half-Life Alyx will eventually make its way over to PSVR 2. Because why wouldn't Valve want to make some cash?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. They're going to do that. They're going to make that port. There's a rumor that it's going to happen, but it's only a rumor, so I don't talk about it any more than that.
That Firewall game too, though.
Firewall, yeah.
And you know what it reminds me of, though? It reminds me of like laser tag.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because you know, like when we used to go to the little laser tag arenas when we were little, bro, them shits used to be lit. You know, and so you'd be talking trash, like, yeah, where you at? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but the VR, like PSVR 2. It's just like, dang, that's gonna be crazy. Just picture doing like a private match with everybody.
Yes.
PSVR 2, just talking cash shit, just while you shoot.
Bro, we're gonna listen. Let's get it.
That's what I'm talking about.
The first Firewall was already on PSVR, so Mooch must have missed that. But I played that.
I didn't own that. I did not own that.
So I played that with J-Dub and All Day. That's in the chat. That game was completely Call of Duty. There was skins you could unlock, attachments. Like it was like, bro, turning the corner, and then I don't know where my fucking gun, but the aim control that you could buy with it was a whole different, bro. When you would put that shit up to your eye and you're turning, bro, I remember All Day clearing the room in front of me. You know, All Day would walk through, clear the room, then I'd see his top get blown off, like, oh shit, someone's in there. So you know what I mean? It was incredible. Like that experience is incredible. Well, actually, first of all, Jimmy Harrison with the $2 says, Blaze, I'm subscribing right now. Appreciate that. Let me just get these out the way so we can get the shit.
You're one of the biggest supporters ever.
Bro, shout out to you, Jimmy Harrison. I appreciate the fuck out of that, for real. Yo, just you being here, period, is enough for me. Cassie K's my girl. She said, Blaze is a real one. Much love to y'all on the panel and chat. Appreciate
Shout out
that.
to Cassie, man. Go sub to her channel, yo.
Absolutely. Absolutely. She's up and coming. Like, listen, YouTube, you know how YouTube works is they don't pay attention to you until they got to pay attention to you. You know what I mean? Yeah. They don't want to like your shit. Okay, well, now guess what? Now I'm popping. Now I got 30 people in my chat. Now what? You know what I mean? So, like, it takes a little bit to get there, bro. But
it's you know, never mind. I was gonna say, man, our private lobbies will get toxic, by the way.
Oh, bro, llisten.
And it's gonna be a PSVR 2. I'm talking cash.
I'm
definitely talking trash.
Guys, Mooch.
Strict and Blaze. I got the list up here. I'm not gonna bore everybody. There's 40 games coming out here. Resident Evil, right? Let's just talk about that for a minute. Resident Evil 8 is gonna be in VR. No Man's Sky in VR. You got The Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners 1 and 2.
Fire.
Then you've got Pistol Whip,
GT7 on launch day.
GT7, Call of the Mountain. I'm just looking at some of the ones here that are kind of like there's a ton here. The Dark Pictures, the Switchback. Now, that's something I'll say. That was one of the games on the PSVR I liked. That was the it's the same people who made Until Dawn.
Yep. Okay.
Remember that one on rails?
Yep.
This is supposed to be like 1,000 times better.
And a lot
more. That's the one. That's the clowns, right? This
is
the one.
Was fire.
Is the one where you have jump scares. Like VR can be quite possibly one of the scariest experiences in gaming.
Facts.
That's just the way it is, and that's why I give a lot of credit to the people that have VR channels on YouTube, and they put themselves on camera. Man, they look crazy doing it. It is entertaining as hell to watch, but they like when those shits jump out at you. I mean, I don't care how tough you are. It's right in your face, and you don't even know it's coming.
Bro, it's real life. Shit, real life, bro.
So, I mean, I'm not, again, like I said with games, I'll say the same thing here. Shout out to All Day. He's like, yes, I plan on it. Let's go all day. Absolutely. I'm going to join All Day and you guys. Like, I'm not telling you to go spend $500 right now. That's not my job. That's not for me to do. But I can tell you this much. If you can swing it, you swing it. If not, get it later. It'll eventually drop a bit in price, and I think it'll be fun. Or listen, the Quest 3 is coming out around the corner. I'm not getting rid just because PSVR 2 is coming out doesn't mean I'm not playing my Quest.
Yeah,
I love that. Resident Evil 4 came out. That old, not the remake we're getting next month, which I can't wait. March, I can't wait for that game. By the way, I already ordered that. And I got the collector's edition. Don't ask me why. I don't got any more room for statues.
I can't wait for GT7, man.
Resident Evil 4 plays great on the Quest 2. Listen, I gotta say
what's that, Strict? The collector's edition?
Yeah.
For what? What you talking about? What?
Oh, I'm gonna get the collector's edition for Resident Evil 4 because it comes with the statue.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, so but
Strictly's bougie with statues. He don't want. Listen, Strictly don't want none of these bougie.
I already knew he was gonna say.
He's high class statue.
Oh, okay. So wait. So listen, I'm not even. I know you have the good stuff back there, Strict. I don't. Bro, I just get whatever comes in the box. You know what I mean?
So Strictly's right. Like, just look at Strictly's face right now and just look to the right.
Just stop.
That shit costs more than somebody's fucking car. Just to the right.
Listen, I'm telling you right now. I see it and I know what he's got. I know it.
He's sick in the fucking head, bro.
I love me and my statues, man. You already know, bro. Like, we nerds at heart. You know what I'm saying? But just, I don't know, man. That I think GT7 and PSVR 2 is going to be bananas.
This is your first VR experience, period.
Yeah, I've never. Yeah, this is my first VR. I've never been into VR.
Strick's going to love this. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been in a VR.
But going back to the PSVR one, listen, I wanted to challenge you on that because yes, you're right. The Quest is like the new market leader in terms of VR. Everybody knows that. They fucking took off, bro. The Quest 2. For real, people, the fact that it's so versatile, you can hook it up to your PC, play Half-Life Alyx, maxed out using your graphics card.
Yep.
You play it wirelessly. You can play them both wirelessly. Bro, you can play them both wirelessly on your PC and just the Quest, the hardware itself, bro. Incredible, bro, for real. But the PSVR is the fucking. It was leading the pack. Without the PSVR, none of these other headsets might take the chance and put out. And spend money and do all that shit. The PSVR was saying, hey, you don't need a PC. Buy a $300 PlayStation 4 and a PSVR and you're good to go. You don't need none. And that was like, for people, that was like, wow, I can play VR and I already own a PS4. It's an easy window. The problem was Sony saying, hey, Naughty Dog, keep making Last of Us. You don't got time to be making PSVR. But now we're getting, the big name Horizon. And listen, I was telling Strictly this in the chat today. I follow a couple VR channels. This guy says, listen, I've worn $12,000 VR headsets. I played Horizon on VR. You've seen this, right? And he's telling me that he's basically telling everybody that this is the most impressive visual showcase he's ever seen in terms of draw distance. I retweeted that today. The haptics. Awesome. Maybe. Oh, did you? Oh, okay. So it's on Twitter. So that's how popular this video is starting to gain traction. But the dude is basically saying like, I've worn the most expensive headsets in the world, dude. But the fact that this Horizon game was so immersive visually, it was blowing me away. And the haptics, listen, the haptics on the controller is what's gonna make the difference, people. Sony figured like, yo, when you shoot a gun, it's gonna make a difference. It's gonna feel better than any other controller out there because they don't got the haptics in it. And bro, when you I'm talking about getting shot in the fucking head and having your shit rattle, like, you know what I mean? This shit's next level shit, bro. You know what I mean? Like it's very exciting, bro. I can't wait, bro.
I'm excited for it too. That's why Strick threw that at me earlier. He was like, and he's not wrong. I'm not gonna be excited when the end of February comes. I gotta get that wallet out. I ain't gonna be happy about that, Strick.
Yeah, because we paying, hey man, and this year in general, like there's a lot of games coming out this year and really 2024, but like just because it's the first year of the PSVR too. Because y'all remember a while back when we seen and y'all probably remember this on Twitter. There was a video of the dude in the parking garage, and he was shooting the pistol through the car windows in the parking garage. Like that joint was looking crazy.
Yes,
like that. Now
that's why I pulled this. I was trying to see what game that was on this list, but maybe it's not on the list yet because maybe it's not coming out when the
what it look launches.
Like the game.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a VR game, and he was in a parking garage of some sort. And he was in a gunfight with somebody, man. He was on the other side of the parking garage. All you seen was the bullets like going through the windows. But when he was in VR, like he was ducked behind the car, and you seen like the bullet go through the window, whiz past him. Like the shit was crazy as hell. And I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm definitely excited about VR, bro.
Strictly, this is VR. Listen, this is real life. See, Novocaine's in the chat, right? I beat these motherfuckers at. Listen, man. A VR golf is called Walkabout Mini Golf. It's on the Quest. You know I'm a sucker for mini golf. But listen, this is my skill versus you. Like this is real life. I'm really swinging this fucking golf club, and I'm slapping this shit. Listen, I'm the VR golf god.
Don't let me get that.
Don't let me. He said don't.
We're not doing that, Strictly. Fuck you. Stay away.
Don't.
Listen, but for real, because it's your skill against other people's skill. Like you really got to swing the ball. You really got to eye coordination. All that shit really comes into play. Like it's not just who's better on the sticks, who has a better twitch mechanics, like who can shoot and hit their trigger faster. Like this is like legit you doing this shit. And it's so dope, bro. It's like, yo, if you haven't tried VR, like it'll blow you away the first time. It really will. But the PSVR, I want to go back to that real quick. Mooch is right though. Like the setup on the PSVR, did Sony make it work with, you know, the colors on the orbs and the tracking on you needed the camera and it's falling around these lights, but it was so convoluted, bro. PSVR came out with the break box. I remember that's when the 4K TVs and HDR was exploding. That breaker box did not support HDR. So what happened? Every time I wanted to play a nice VR game, I would have to unplug it. Every time I wanted to play a regular game, you know what I mean? So then I bought the new iteration that supported HDR.
Me too.
It was just too many wires.
Yep.
Even though that headset is the PSVR still to this day is one of the most comfortable headsets I've ever worn. Yep. You know, OLED screen, like, you know, it's a good headset, bro.
I'll tell you, you know what's funny? Strictly, you coming in when you're coming in right now, you're coming in at the right time.
Yeah, it's not.
Because right now,
you're lucky. You're spoiled, bro.
You don't. Yeah, you really, and I mean that in a good way. A lot of people are like, oh, sometimes you want to have the hard knocks, but I got to be honest with you. The fact that you just get to throw that headset on, yes, there is one wire, and I get that. If people want to complain, they can complain, but you do have to understand the whole emphasis behind PSVR 2. Let's break it down.
You got to take advantage of the power, bro.
There's the PS, right? Yeah. It's the PS, so it's the PlayStation. The PlayStation is going to do the heavy lifting, and you need that one cord. Now, right next to my Quest, you can see right over there, and I'm really bad at pointing at it, right over there. I have the Quest 2, which is the white eyeglass, right? But right next to it is the Rift S. Yep. I got the stands there because then I just take them off and I hook it up. But the Rift S hooks up to my PC, and that's one cable. And I got news for you. So you go like, well, Mooch, you don't know. Here you are talking about Quest 2. That's untethered. Now you're telling me to go back to one cable? I use my Rift S too. I hook that up to my PC and I game.
Bro, you can use your Quest. You can use your Quest too.
You can use the Quest, but it's just
easier. Wireless or with the cable.
You can, but if I want to use my PC, my games look better.
On the Rift?
The Rift S, my PC games play better on the Rift S through my PC. Oh, I could hook up the Quest 2 and that would look just as good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think the Quest 2 has a better resolution.
But I had the Rift S before the Quest 2 came out.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't give you the entire timeline. But my whole point for Strict is it's just one cable, and I don't feel with the Rift that the cable gets in the way. Now, with the cables and the PSVR, the original, that's a different story.
Yeah, and I'm a cable management stickler. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the reasons I did not get PSVR.
Yeah.
And when did the PSVR come out?
2015 or 2016.
Yeah, that's around that time. Anytime between
2016.
Anytime between like the
Were you overseas still?
Yeah, 2010 to 2016 time frame. Maybe honestly 2008. I wasn't really gaming that much. I missed out like on a whole PS era.
Yeah, what are you gonna do, bro?
Yeah, but PSVR, and I only say that because PSVR I missed out. That was a reason. And of course, software. I say all the time, man. Like I'm not getting a console or any type of hardware until I know the software is on point, because the hardware is only going to go as far as the software is going to take it.
That's true.
And so, you know what I'm saying? That's what intrigues me most about the PSVR 2 is the software. Again, we're getting Call of the Mountain day one. We getting GT7 day one. I think Firewall or whatever, Firewall 2, that's day one. You know, so I mean, like they're launching with some really, really good stuff.
They got some heat. Pavlov, I've played already with my Quest 2 on PC. Yo, Pavlov, I'm telling you, Firewall's got some competition, because Pavlov, not only is it brutally gory, like shooting off arms and limbs with like a 50 cal sniper rifle, but the community, I hope the community translates to PS5, because they got Halo maps, they got Call of Duty maps, they got Black Ops maps, they got much.
I gotta look at a YouTube video on that because I never heard of it.
Bro, Pavlov got the best community in terms of people creating classic maps that you played all over the place. Bro, they got fucking Call of Duty modes they got Nuketown, like they got all that shit. So
really?
You're running around in Pavlov on Nuketown, and you're like, bro, I'm familiar. I know where I'm going. Like I'm gonna go upstairs, up the little, what do you call that? The deck, into the fucking first floor window and shoot. Like, bro, it's crazy. Like it's crazy.
You know
Pavlov, it's crazy.
You know what game I think is gonna be in VR? That's gonna have a VR part of it. Silent Hill.
You know what?
I like where you're going with that, Strick. Why not?
Because if you think about it, remember PT demo? Like that would be like
that'd be petrifying. Yeah. Oh my god.
So you could think Silent Hill has to happen in VR too, bro.
But think about it. They got that deal going on right now, PlayStation and Konami. Why would they not?
They're leasing out stuff, bro.
It could be the same game, Strict, or it could actually be
something different.
Even a small subsection of it, maybe, you know?
Yeah. Or just a small spin-off of it or something.
Spin-off of it for like maybe 4 to 6 hours or something. You know what I mean? Something like that.
And I'm sure
I'm down for that.
And I'm sure, you know, I think London Studios is going to be making a VR game. But there's, again, man, PlayStation, man, they have a lot of stuff coming, bro. Like we
sit here and we talk about Final Fantasy, we talk about Forespoken, you talk about Spider-Man, right? And then we talk about Factions too. They haven't done a show in a year and change.
And we don't
know what anybody's working on. We don't know what they bought.
Wolverine too.
Well, yeah, but I patiently I never try to say that, because the minute you say that, everyone's like, oh, you're really stretching it. Wolverine's probably 2025.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You know, I mean, so like I don't generally, but I'm saying what Strick's saying. I think there's things coming this year, and
we don't know.
And you know, we do know a couple other things. I know people don't like to say it, but the games look like they're fun as hell. Like everyone's calling it Stellar Yams, but Stellar Blade, right, is coming out, and then you got Return of the Ronin is coming next year.
Oh, people are forgetting Horizon Forbidden West is getting DLC in April.
Horizon only on PS5.
Only on PS5. It's getting only PS5.
So it's built for that only. Yeah.
Yeah. Remember, they have 2 launches with Returnal and Last of Us 1 remake dropping on PC.
Listen, you know it's funny. I see Blaze. I see Strict. I see a couple guys always on Twitter being like, "Stop me from buying this again." Like I own The Last of Us on everything, like everything, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, you guys got to stop me from buying The Last of Us on PC, because like I have legitimately bought it everywhere. And then you guys can see right behind me, I even have Firefly. That's The Last of Us Part 1 Firefly Edition unopened.
Mooch, we are we are one when it comes to The Last of Us.
Dude, I'm telling you,
I'm definitely not telling you not to buy it.
Yeah, right. I'm thinking, how can I not want to play that on the Steam Deck, right, Strick?
Not even a stick. Can you pick like all I could think about?
Ultra
all
wide,
I could ultra wide and 1440p.
You guys are gonna make me go. Listen, Strick, you guys just said to me that I'm going to be spending too much money at the end of February. You are going to have me buying an ultra-wide
mooch. Get a 4090 and stop bullshit.
Yeah, there it is, Strick. I knew it. Now Strick going up to 5Gs.
Mooch, more than anything, get you that ultra-wide OLED. Trust, the ultra-wide OLED is the top of the line. I don't give a fuck. Y'all can throw your monitors. This is the best monitor right now.
Blaze, send me a link just so I can see what's up with it. What's it running?
You're lucky. Right now, it's on Amazon.
About 1200.
12. All right. Well, I mean, that's you can't say it's top line and it's not 1200. Back in the day, not anymore.
It was it was actually 1500. It was actually 1500.
Right. It's gonna be 1200.
Moose, you can't say it's not top of the line if it's 1200.
Well, I mean, right? I mean, what are we doing here? But I mean, like, when I bought this one here, I ended up. This was 2 years old when I got it. And that was 2 years ago. So this monitor that I have now, and Blaze is right. Check it out right now. The Asus 27p
27p 27 UQ. Fuck it, whatever.
Yeah, whatever it is. It's but honest to God. So this cost me $900, and I
paid $2,000. I paid $2,000 when it first came out, bro.
But you got it. But you got it when it came out, Blaze.
Yeah.
You got it when it was the new hotness. I ended up getting it 2 years later, and I had to drive to Long Island to get the deal over at Micro Center. They legitimately were doing a day sale. You couldn't order it. No delivery. They said, get your ass over here and you can get it. And I did it, man. I drove over to Long Island. I picked it up, man. I picked it up at the Long Island joint. It was the only one that had it.
Get a 4090, man. Please.
Wait, say again?
Get a 4090 and just stop playing.
Well, that's what I got. I got to get a 4090, and I also got to get I want to get a new monitor. I really do want a new monitor.
It's about that time. I know it's about that time.
You're not wrong.
That time you treat yourself. And I'm just like, look, like really think about
it.
No,
isn't it tax season?
I'm about to play. Look,
it's coming up, Blaze. Yes, it's coming up.
I'm about to get to play The Last of Us, which is my second favorite IP of all time. I'm about to play the remake on PC in 1440p or 4K, whichever I choose. At like 150 frames per second, all ultra settings. So like, what we got to talk about? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're like that's and that's where I'm done right there. Yeah,
Strictly's such a terror. Strictly's the worst influence, bro.
He is.
I am.
Like, bro, you can't, dog. I was listen, man. Like, bro, like I was hoping nobody around me was gonna buy a 4090. I'm like, to start, because listen, Strictly said I'm maxing out Dead Space. Guess what, man? I am too. I'm getting 120 FPS. Like, so I'm like, this shit can survive a little bit longer. But once he did that, I'm like, it's almost like, damn, like you making me feel like a fucking dirtbag out here with the 39. So fuck it. That's what's gonna happen. Yo, Strictly, are we gonna start talking shit about people? Let me know if we want to. We just.
I'm down for whatever, man.
Well, before you get into all that, Blaze, it is 11:30. I gotta go soon.
Oh no, Mooch. Mooch. Listen, Mooch, you're smart. Mooch, see, Mooch.
No, it's 11. I said 11 o'clock. He goes, Mooch, I'll get you out by 11 o'clock. It's almost midnight.
Listen, Mooch, no, I'm just saying you're a smart guy. Mooch is like, oh, y'all about to just talk shit about people that I might have on my podcast next week. No, I gotta go. We get it, Mooch. We get it, brother.
Listen, for me, right hand to God. We got done with flag football today. Help the family member move. I want to sit down and have a drink.
The timer does say 2 hours and 12 minutes.
Yeah, I'm not playing with you. I'm not. Yeah, I'm just help me, balls, bro. I know, Blaze. I got love for you guys.
I'm 34. You know what I'm saying? So I like to lay in bed, watch YouTube videos. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
before I go to sleep.
Nah, we gotta play some Dead Space or something, bro.
I'm gonna play some Dead Space. A little TT.
But no, Mooch. Listen, bro.
Yeah.
Me and Strictly we came on this podcast with the intentions of hurting people tonight. But then we started speaking to people in the Discord, our guy named Vig, and he's coming at us in like a different way, and it just kind of brought us back down. But we were ready to listen. I'll still do it. I don't give a fuck, bro. Put the green light out. Listen. I'm just sick. I'm sick. You know what I'm sick of? I'm sick of people. Like I said, I use this term all the time. People follow you just to hate on you, bro. They follow your Twitter just to watch you. Oh, what's he up to? All right, fuck him. I'm hating on him. Like, I follow people I like. I follow people that I want to I fuck with. Like, I don't understand how you can follow somebody and hate on them. Like, it's fucking stupid to me.
Yeah. Well, you know what it is? it's time. That's awfully time consuming. And it goes back to what we were just saying. If you've only got 2 hours of quality time, whether it be whatever hobby it is, for us it's gaming, you got our family. And we were talking about this before the show. You got family, you got work, you got shit around the house. Listen, I don't care. This is not a me thing. This is life, right? I don't have time to follow people and bother people. That's maybe when you're younger, you got the time. Man, when you get older, I can't promise you that time ain't there. The sand ain't there.
Man, that's all that shit stupid as fuck. We're gonna call it what it is. It's dumb. Like people, you wake up at 5:30 a.m. motherfuckers console warring at 5. It's like, bro, like you don't got shit else to do. You know what I'm saying? And I know it ain't none of my business, to each his own, but geez. And it's just like I just don't understand certain shit. It's just like people just do shit for clout. They want to do stuff for attention and because they want to entertain people. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, bro, like I'm not here for no fucking entertainment. And it's just like the other day, and I told people I was gonna bring this up. You know, with the whole with Guap on like this week. Like people seeing a back and forth between me and Guap, and I'm like, yo, like I don't got nothing against Guap, but you sound fucking stupid. Period. Because I sit here and talk about what I want to say about Forespoken. Like, okay, where's the consistency at? Because this goes back to the Halo thing that I was saying earlier. And I'm like, people want to talk about people Xbox fans with Halo, but with Forespoken, it's a different story. And so what he did, he screenshotted Saints Row and he said, but you were capping for Saints Row. But I'm like, you're proving my point, and it's not even correlated to what we're talking about. Like, you're proving my point because, yeah, I hyped up Saints Row, but I also held it responsible for it releasing in the state it released in.
Absolutely, yeah.
Period. You know what I'm saying? So I don't just hype up a game and tell people to buy it and then fall off the face of the earth and be like, oh, that's on you. No, I tell people, if you're going to buy this game, this is what it is. You have fun doing this, but these are the problems you're going to have. You know, so reading comprehension is important. And he had 0 reading comprehension. And then when I said, okay, you know, we can chop it up in Discord about it, he's like, well, I don't do Discord. You know what I'm saying? I want to hop on a
But you do Twitter Spaces.
But you do Twitter Space. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't do nothing for clout. I don't do nothing for entertainment. I'm not no follower. I'm not no sheep.
Mooch.
Like,
Mooch.
And I keep
Strick. One second. If Strictly says, "Hey, come chop it up with me, man. Let's just resolve this in Discord," and he says, "No, I don't do Discord. I'm in a Twitter Space." That tells me that you want eyeballs on the conversation that's about to be had.
Yeah, because and that's
what the fuck. Do. Why do you care to have people in your fucking business? Like, we just trying to resolve this as men, and you want to have a fucking audience watching this shit. So Dick Eater 27 can screen cap it and post it on Twitter and have motherfuckers retweet it all day. Like I don't understand it, bro.
It's just not my thing, and I'm over it. That's why you just see me kind of going back and forth with people. And I didn't say this before, and I'll say it again. Any of these people who think they can, come at me, whatever, I'll smoke the shit out of every single one of them fairly easily, all of them.
I love it.
I didn't came up. I didn't told people the people didn't talk shit on Battlefield.
Yeah,
Hard 8 in them. He didn't talk about the Battlefield. He ain't pull up. I'll smoke him. Guap. He didn't pull up on COD. He didn't pull up. He pulled up on Battlefield once. He got smoked in that too. So whether it's games, whether it's conversations, I'm very consistent on. And you just gonna have to work harder than me to be better. It's as simple as that. You're gonna have to work harder. But I will smoke the shit out these boys.
How your life like? Strictly, how your life like?
Oh, lovely. You know what I'm saying? Like, just as simple as that. And none of these cats want this smoke. They think they do because they talk, behind the scenes and shit like that. Oh, but when we show up, bro, it's a whole different subject. Trust me.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying? Trust me. So
everybody, listen, bro. I'm gonna just be real. I've heard, people send me, listen, a hard eight times. You know how many people went and added me? Blaze, hard 8. He's got your name in his mouth. They're trying to send me clips. I'm like, bro, let that man do what the fuck he want to do. Listen, hard 8 times. I got no fucking problem with the guy.
He ain't got no reading comprehension either.
The problem is like, people think. Listen, nobody's the fucking boogeyman. I'm a grown ass man, bro. I got fucking kids. I got a fucking girl. I got a whole family too. Nobody on YouTube scares me. I just want to make that clear. Nobody. Okay, like cut the shit out. But I don't got time for it, bro. Like, he said, he can say whatever he wants. Fine. God, I know what I say to people from now on. God bless you, bro. God bless you.
I mean, but
what you got to do, bro.
And let me just say this last part, and it's not this, like, none of this is like real beef or nothing like that. But I'm just communicating how I feel about certain shit. And there's people who like they talk trash to other people. They like trying to bully people until somebody they really about that smoke. and then they don't want no problems. You know what I'm saying? And that's really what it comes down to, man. These people, they say they want to play games, they say they want to have the little custom matches, all of that. They don't want no smoke, man. It's all talk. Period. And I done proved that plenty of times. Half the people most, I think 90% of the people that came at me when Hardic came at me about the Battlefield shit. It's like, bro, pull up, get smoke. All you want to do is talk. All right, well, shut up. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, just there's many of people. TZ, no shade, but it's just TZ. He came to, hey man, I got to work this and the third. Okay, next, because don't nobody want to pull up. If y'all gonna talk, then pull up. If not, be quiet. Simple as that.
Simple as fucking that. Eastern Conference with the $5 said, I love it. Yo, East, you already know.
Cassie, you know the vibes. Undisputed. You already know. Undisputed coming out this week. I will be on that day one.
Day one. Sir. Day one. I'm knocking everybody out, bro. Rocky Marciano style.
No, baby. You're not.
Strick, I'm beating your fucking. Listen, I'm sick. Listen, I'm so sick of you. Hold on. No. Strick, we're not. Listen. Strick, listen, bro. I'm not. You know what? I'm not even going to get into it. I'm sick of this fucking guy, Strictly, bro. I'm dead ass sick of you, bro. I am sick of this guy winning, bro.
Blaze is my guy, man, but I be beating him.
Nah. We ain't doing. Listen, listen. Strictly got my number. Listen, absolutely. Call of Duty. Listen, I give people Strictly is one of the best COD players I've seen in the community. Period. I'm not even just saying that because he's my man. He's on the show. I swear to God. Like, if you don't believe it, come try it. That's all I'll say. And then Need for Speed. I see. I can't get into this Strictly. We're getting up there. I can't do this. Because I was in loaner car. Now we ain't doing this now. Fuck you.
We're not doing it. We're Mooch trying to get up out of here.
Mooch. Sorry,
it's last call in my house, man, for drinks. You know what I mean?
Thank you, Mooch. Look, I want to say this to you, bro. Yeah. I appreciate your fucking time. I swear to God. You know I've been trying to get you on for a long time.
And I'm sorry, honestly, right here, I got to say it on the air. I apologize. It took me this long. It will not take me this long to get back on the show. That's for damn sure.
Man, Mooch, you already know you can ask me, bro.
Well, actually, you know, it's funny because you did. So today you did the next week, right? Thing. You beat me to it by probably an hour. I was going to tell you I'm showing up tonight. And I think you would have just sent me one of the middle finger emoji back, probably. Which would have been classic Blaze. No, I mean that in a good way, dude. That's
I know.
That's how, you know, Paisano, he's always busting balls.
Well, Mooch, if you need me, hit me up, bro. Hit me up because just hit me up, bro. Listen, I appreciate your time.
Strict, you got to tell him. I'm so happy you said that, Blaze, because just keep an eye on your DM, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. I listen, dudes told me that, yo, once you tell Mooch, you told me he's gonna bother you 24/7. All right.
Listen, all I'm gonna say is this: just keep an eye on that DM because I got something special I'm doing, and you're the guy I gotta talk to on something. So yeah, it'll be a perfect show. We're gonna have a great show, and I think you would really, really kill on it.
Beautiful. Yo, Mooch, tell people where they can find you.
Hey, man, honestly, thank you so much. It's an honor to be here with Blaze. Honest to be here with Strick. Always take all the support that both you guys give me and my channel. This has been a great chat, by the way. Like, your chat's interactive, keeps up with us, talks with us. They really do. I love it. You know, and it's just great to have that kind of interaction with the audience. Because like I said earlier, to be honest with you, nothing without the audience. You guys make the show, so thanks for being here. You guys can find me on Mooch TV. It's M00CHTV, drop the O's for zeros, and it's Mooch TV everywhere. That's Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter. Again, thank you for having me on, man. Great stuff. Love the show, and look forward to being on again, man. Thank you.
Absolutely, straight.
You already know, man. I'll be on Twitter, man, at STLC2Y03. I'm going to start uploading more on my YouTube soon. Yes. For sure. Actually, I'm going to upload something this week. Yeah, man, you already know the vibes, man. Strictly G, stay on the gaming. You already know, man. Shout out to Mooch, dope people. Shout out to my guy Blaze. You already know the vibes we on, man.
Chat, thank you for showing up, bro. Yo, I'm sorry if I.
Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Eastern Conference Gaming, Cassie, Nate, all y'all, man.
Shout out to Cassie.
Straight up, man. Shout out to the
chat. Shout out Johnny, all you motherfuckers, bro. Yo, listen, Magnum, I see you, bro. Listen, if I couldn't reach a super chat and Strictly had to do it, I'm sorry, bro. I'm like legit, like I'm a quarter of my bottles left, bro. Y'all lucky I'm still on this bitch. I'm dead serious. If this was anybody else, I'm telling you they'd be fucking sleeping.
Yeah, you fell asleep early, I'm telling you.
Nah. I just listen. I gathered myself. You know what I mean? I got back. I'm
gonna go back and watch. You know, I'm gonna go back.
Listen, my eyes might have closed, but I wasn't sleeping, bro. I was resting. I was resting.
I would definitely send him the screenshot with the picture in the morning.
But I was resting. But shout out to the chat, bro. Listen, shout out to the fucking chat. We always appreciate you. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the members. Look out for the giveaway next week. I'll get into that in the beginning of the show next week. And all right, yo, I'm playing Dead Space. So I don't know if Strictly gonna get off, but depending how this shit goes, catch us in the Discord. You already know. Have a good night. Have a good weekend. Stay blessed. Be easy.
Peace.
Peace.